When I left the inner world, I felt a special and strange aura from the Creator. It turned out to be the aura of true meaning. The merging of great perfection and the Tao is not the end of cultivation. If I want to become stronger, I must devote myself to the other shore. Your memory is somewhat useful. It seems that if I continue along the central axis of the desert, I can safely pass through it. Once I leave this desert, I can quickly go deep into this world. 3 days later, we've reached the edge of All Heaven Province. How could the space laws in this boundary wall be so profound and stable? There is also a space barrier on the outer layer of the god's domain, but even if Ming Wei and others try their best, they can't break it. The boundary wall in front of us is obviously far more stable than the outer boundary wall of God's domain. I wonder how this flying boat can get through? Is this Sanskrit? Golden Sanskrit characters are generally quite similar, but the ones before me is somewhat similar to the one in my inner world. After activating this grand array, it actually allows the flying boat to be recognized by the boundary wall. Truly marvelous. 7 Stars Province. We've finally left the desert. The 7 Stars Province is so beautiful. Please wait a moment, we will be there soon. 1 hour later, at the Dad Sword Palace's lofty sword. We've finally arrived at the legendary Dao Sword Palace. The lofty sword. That's the lofty sword. This lofty sword actually is such a strong true meaning of Dao. I wonder how it was built. I'm afraid only a D-Soul god could wield such a huge sword. Didn't they say that the desolate gods in the mother world has long since disappeared? Then when was this lofty sword forged? You, go and arrange their accommodation in the concentrated sword palace. Yes, sir. Follow me. Yes, sir. Concentrated sword palace. Yes. These 10 people were brought into concentrated sword palace by Qiu Shuegong as an exception because they found the tomb of clothes. You take them inside. A few more have arrived. Who? Fine, anyway, my concentrated sword palace already has so many scions from influential families who got in through back doors. A few more won't matter. Qiu Shingshui, the master of concentrated sword palace. What did you say? Backdoor? Master, it's not like that. These few were arranged to come in according to the rules after obtaining the tomb of clothes. Oh, is that so? But the Dao Sword Palace has 13 schools, of which the Burial Sword Palace, the Demon Sword Palace, and the Broken Sword Palace are the first-class schools, the Raging Sword Palace, and the Upper Sword Palace, these are the second-class schools. Concentrated Sword Palace is ranked last. Are you sure you want to join? What do you mean by this? If I get the Tomb of Dao Sword Palace, I can become a disciple. This is your promise. Now you want to drive us away? The promises of the Dao Sword Palace will certainly be honored. It's just that you also have the right to choose. If you are willing to stay in Concentrated Sword Palace, I will naturally welcome you, but I'd better give you a little introduction. The Dao Sword Palace originally only had 12 academic palaces under its jurisdiction, but many big families in 7 Stars Province wanted their clan members to join. Due to various considerations, we couldn't refuse, so we made an exception and added a Concentrated Sword Palace. Those scions who couldn't be turned away but lacked talent were naturally placed here, and you are the same. No wonder. I thought this selection method was too hasty before, so it turned out that a special palace was set up to accommodate us. In short, most of the disciples in Concentrated Sword Palace have mediocre qualifications and can even be said to have no future. Do you still want to join? It's not easy to get a chance. I'm in. Why does Qiu Shuegong want me to join so much? But why does she put us here? But now that we've agreed, let's see what she's up to. I'm in. We're all in. All right. Remember, my name is Qiu Shingshui, and I am the master of Concentrated Sword Palace. If you encounter trouble, it is best not to trouble me and try to solve it yourself. Now you come with me to register, and then I will take you to your residence. Thank you, Senior. Concentrated Sword Palace Backyard. This is the residence of Concentrated Sword Palace. You all can settle down. We are leaving first. Why are they leaving so fast? It's like they're afraid of something. Oh, it's only been half a month, and they've crowded our place again. Qiu Siyuan. Hey, if we keep going on like this, I'm afraid we're going to be in deep shit in the Concentrated Sword Palace. You Bai Hao. You are senior brothers from the Concentrated Sword Palace, right? No, I can't be your senior. I'd like to advise you that the Concentrated Sword Palace doesn't welcome you playboys, so go back to where you came from. Ahem, you've got it all wrong. We defeated the tomb spirit of the Tomb of Clothes and obtained it, So we had the opportunity to enter this Dao Sword Palace. We are not from aristocratic families. Is that so? Why do I get the feeling that the senior is a bit angry? A bit, he is quite arrogant. He is the same disciple as us, but he has such an arrogant tone. So what? It's just a little tomb spirit. Even if you defeat it, it won't prove anything. Those who are weak are not fit to stay here. We are not strong enough? You are so confident in your own abilities. Brother Chenfeng. Brother Chenfeng, as far as I know, almost everyone in the palace came here through connections, and you're no exception, are you? You are a child of a noble family, aren't you scolding yourself as well? You! Siyuan, don't waste your time with them. According to the rules of the Concentrated Sword Palace, as long as no one gets killed in a fight, it's fine. Since you're not convinced, why don't you spar with us? These people are so arrogant and unreasonable, and they have caused trouble for us since they arrived. Could it be that the purpose of Qiu Shuegong in letting me enter Concentrated Sword Palace has something to do with them? Good. I'm worried that I don't have anywhere to practice. Count me in. Such a big mouth, don't regret it. These two are not very strong. Even if they have concealed divine abilities, if something happens to Brother Chenfeng and Luo Xishuan, I can still take action to remedy the situation. There's no harm in letting these two fight. It's been a long time since they've had a good fight after all. Take this. Leave him to me. Okay. Then you are mine. Go! Well, this is a good one. True meaning of eternal sword is quite powerful, but why do you use a spear? Wouldn't a sword be more appropriate? Swords, spears, sticks are just tools used to unleash one's own strength. Since I am so powerful, why should I stick to swords? It seems that you rely on your own divine Dao. Then try this. What happened? Why did my divine Dao disappear? Was it the pearl in his hand? Brother Chenfeng's divine Dao just disappeared in an instant. It must have something to do with the pearl in that guy's hand. I have once heard that there is a treasure called Dingshan Pearl, which can seal the divine Dao in the human body. I think that person must have the Dingshan Pearl in his hand. I don't know if Brother Chenfeng can handle it. Since I can use my divine Dao again, it means as long as I keep a certain distance from him, I won't be affected. What's more, for God's domain martial artists, divine Dao is not the foundation of martial arts. The power of law is our foundation. This spear came out of nowhere? It's the law of space. He has raped the space around me with the space around him. He can not only maintain the power of his divine Dao, but also attack from a distance. That was unexpected, but if I fill the space around me with cold air and seal your spear, I'll see how you fight back. Huh. You're trying to seal my spear with cold air. A spear is not like a sword. What I am best at is concentrating my strength and breaking through the restrictions. He broke through by force? This spear has such impact power. Not good, he's aiming for the pearl. Xiantian seal. I win. Yes, Brother Chenfeng won. It's been a long time since I last saw Brother Chenfeng's strength, and his fighting skills have improved so much. Now it's up to Miss Luo. You're in a bit of a mess. It's not easy to escape from my thundering domain. Don't get cocky. Red refined long snake. It must have been destroyed. Ah. You are very fast and escaped my attacks several times. But, after being bitten by this red refined long snake, I don't know if you can still be alive and kicking. There's something running through my veins. Is it venom? Arm feels like it's being burned. Take this. The venom is flowing too fast. My body feels very stiff. Miss Luo seemed to be restrained. Can Luo Beixin take it? Or should I take action now? Thunder Light Sword. No, I don't have any strength to kill the snake. I have no strength left. He destroyed the red refined long snake with one blow? This person is stronger than that woman. Are you all right? How is Miss Luo? She's fine. I'll heal her wounds. Luo. Luo Zheng. It's okay, I will use the life divine Dao to eliminate the poison from your body. Do you want to continue? Why don't you spar with me some more? Let's do it. I'll fight you to the end. He destroyed my red snake with just one move. I should not underestimate him. I will take it seriously. That's not enough to hurt me. He took my attack without any damage? Is his physique that strong? No, if he is really that powerful, there is no way Qiu Shuegong would let him come to Concentrated Sword Palace. Ascended Blazing Sun. I don't think he's unscathed. How is that possible? It's still not working? The Ascended Blazing Sun is my strongest flame, but he is still unaffected. Are the flames ineffective on him? It's my turn. Since they're from a wealthy family and have the power of the hidden one, I'd better be a bit restrained. Unified Dao Strike. I can only try combining my sword intent with the flame and use my strongest strike. Sun Sword Energy. How can that be? The energy of my flame divine Dao is so weak. My hidden one power can barely withstand the impact. This energy is too strong. There's no need to fight anymore. Your hidden one power has been activated. I can't guarantee whether I will end you next. I lost. To be able to merge so many divine Dao. Do I really have no talent? Do I really not have the strength to prove myself? Prove himself? He is unlike those playboys in the past and is eager to prove himself. Although I don't know his story, he doesn't seem to be a hopeless person. So what if you don't have enough talent? What if you can't compare to others? There are people outside the world, and there is a world outside the world. Since you want to seek progress, you should take cultivation as your ruler and yourself as your measure. Improve yourself continuously, and one day you will be able to reach heights that were once beyond your reach. This person is not only gifted with extraordinary talent and strength, but also has such a big heart, maybe? What are you doing? You just entered Concentrated Sword Palace and there is already such a big commotion. Do you want to demolish this place? Palace Master. I've turned a blind eye to all your little problems before. Today you're tearing down the house. Will you massacre your fellow disciples tomorrow? Chiu Siyuan, Yu Bai Hao, and the next two, you're all grounded for half a month. Palace Master, this is none of Bai Hao's business. They did this under my instructions. Punish only me. Chiu Siyuan was quite domineering before, but I didn't expect that he was not only brave but also righteous. Since everyone has participated, everyone has a share. Everyone will be grounded for half a month. As for you, Palace Master, we didn't do it on purpose. They were the ones who started first. Tell me first, who's inspired Chiu Siyuan to use hidden one power? It was me. Luo Zheng. This kid was actually able to crack Chiu Siyuan's hidden one power. With such a power, why would Chiu Shuegong place him in Concentrated Sword Palace? Luo Zheng, although they were the ones who started the fight, you both are disciples of Concentrated Sword Palace. You cannot escape the blame for the damage to the house, and you should be punished as well. The 10 of you are responsible for repairing the damaged house. When it is repaired, you will have a place to live. We accept. If you bother me with this kind of thing again, don't blame me for expelling you all from Concentrated Sword Palace. Phew. Fortunately, we just have to repair the house. Sorry, Brother Huabei, for causing you to be punished with us. Chiu Siyuan? Is there anything else? Well, Luo Zheng. Thank you. I want to apologize for causing trouble this time. I'm sorry. See you in half a month. Huh? Yu Bai Hao, let's go. Apologizing and thanking, what's with the sudden change of heart? Seems like their nature is not all bad. Although I don't know why they came up to cause us trouble, we should be able to get along afterward. Well, this matter is finally over. We have officially entered the Dao Sword Palace. I don't know when I will be able to watch swordplay. This has been my dream since I started practicing swordsmanship. Swordplay? What's that? Just look at that giant sword tower in the sky. Does it have any special significance? Of course. That sky-reaching giant sword contains true meaning of eternal sword. Observing. This sword can enhance one's understanding of the way of the sword and better grasp the true meaning of eternal sword, making cultivation more efficient. Is that so? Although I have already cultivated one true meaning, I don't know if I can cultivate multiple true meanings at the same time, just like comprehending the divine Daos. If observing swords can be the same as observing Dao tablet, then quickly mastering a true meaning of the Dao would be greatly beneficial for my journey in the mother world. At night. Hey, number 9527. I still want to know, why do you want me to come to this place? In fact, there's no deep meaning in bringing you here. Joining a human race power is simply much safer than wandering around aimlessly. What? That's the only reason? What else? With your current strength, you would be an insignificant character anywhere in Mother World, and you would be in danger at any time. Other than finding a place to become stronger, do you have any other options? I thought there was some compelling reason why I had to come to this Dao Sword Palace. Don't forget, there are all kinds of strange races in the Mother World, most of which are not human. If you can meet the human force of Dao Sword Palace, join it as soon as possible. There is an ancient scorpion race that owes me some favors. If you go there, I could help you secure a decent position. Would you be willing to stay with those stinky scorpions? Alright, I indeed don't have the capability to traverse a province right now, so I might as well make the best of it here. Half a month later. Backyard. It's been half a month since we arrived, and apart from being issued disciple robes and standard Azure Peak swords, we haven't been asked to do anything else. Today, we were finally given a booklet, but it was only a translation of the true meaning of Eternal Sword. There is no difference between this translation and what we usually see. Translations of the true meaning of the Tao are consistent as a whole, word for word. What difference were you expecting? Besides, the greatest resource of the Tao Sword Palace is that towering lofty sword. True, we can only wait for the chance to observe the sword. Lu Qian. In the primordial sword realm, the ancient quest for knowledge. Brother Luo Zheng, why have you started reading? Are you planning to cultivate the true meaning of Eternal Sword as well? Isn't it possible? You can only take one of the true meanings of Tao? Of course not. But you have already cultivated the true meaning of nature. If you practice the true meaning of Eternal Sword again, I am afraid it will be too time-consuming and exhausting. Although Tao Sword Palace specializes in the true meaning of Eternal Sword, other true meaning of Tao also have corresponding techniques. But if cultivating an additional true meaning of the Tao is not an issue, I don't want to waste such an opportunity. After all, complete translations of the true meanings of the Tao are exceedingly rare in the God's domain, but they are common and easily found in the Mother World. It would be a pity not to take this opportunity to cultivate further. It's said that cultivating an additional true meaning of the Tao allows one to accommodate an extra token of the other shore. Brother Luo Zheng is very talented, so it's no problem for you to practice both. Brother Qian, you flatter me. This true meaning of Eternal Sword is extremely complex. I'm afraid it will also take a considerable amount of time. Luo Zheng, we meet again. Can we talk somewhere else? Sure. Now that we're alone, what do you want to say? Suddenly, I don't know how to start. What kind of person do you think I am? We've only met once, so my knowledge is limited, but from our last battle, it's evident that you come from a noble family. You are passionate about martial arts but have struggled to make progress, and you don't want others to look down on you. I was right, you are sharp. As you said, my family is prominent and my father, he is a prominent figure in the Tao Sword Palace. Because of this, since I was a child, I have regarded cultivation as my only goal in life, hoping that one day I can surpass my father. It was not until later that I participated in the selection of the Dad Sword Palace that I discovered that based on my strength, I was not even qualified to enter the palace, let alone surpass anyone. My father didn't want to see me depressed at home, so he used his connections to send me to Concentrated Sword Palace. When I first came in, most people in Dad Sword Palace greeted me with smiles. Later I found out what they were saying about me behind my back. The dandy who used the back door. The father is a figure but the son is a waste. Just this much ability and you still want to enter the Tao Sword Palace. So, even after coming to the Concentrated Sword Palace, a place where almost everyone is in decline, I never stopped cultivating. I wanted to prove to those who mocked me behind my back that I am not inferior to them. That I am capable too. I often cause trouble for the scions of noble families who are new to the Concentrated Sword Palace because I look down on these pampered nobles. But in reality, I hate my own identity. I was angry at others because of my own incompetence. I'm sorry about what happened last time. So that's how it is. It's okay, I don't hold a grudge over it. And I agree with your perspective. If others look down on you, you should work even harder to prove them wrong. That's right. Actually, I have one more thing to ask you for. Because the palace master doesn't care about anything, and the other disciples basically just messing around. I've been unable to find a good way to improve myself and have been stuck in the same place for years. I don't want to ask my father for help. But you are different. Last time I saw that you could merge so many divine Taos, I knew you were extraordinary and must have your own methods in cultivation. So, would you be willing to guide me in my cultivation? As fellow disciples, if you need anything, just ask me. Great. I knew you were a generous person. Come on, I'm treating you. Let's go to the city and set up a table. We'll treat it as an apology for what happened last time. You're too kind, Brother Siyuan. Then I shall graciously accept your invitation. The restaurant. Everyone, please don't be shy. Enjoy the food and drinks. Big Brother Luo Zheng, there's one more thing I'd like to ask. In half a month, it will be the sword viewing ceremony. During the sword viewing before, several powerful disciples from other palaces were always sarcastic towards us. Now you are here. You want me to lead the Concentrated Sword Palace and show off in front of them? That's right. Big Brother Luo Zheng, you are so strong. If we practice harder, we will definitely be able to make a comeback in front of them. Don't worry, even if you hadn't mentioned it, I always give my all in such trials. Big Brother Luo Zheng, I'd like to toast you with this drink. I'll drink to that, but don't call me big brother anymore, we are all equals, just call me brother Luo Zheng. Alright, brother Luo Zheng. 1 hour later. This meal was really enjoyable. So, we're all family from now on, right? Of course. Brother Bai Hao. It seems they're getting along quite well. This is all thanks to you. My grandson has been depressed for years, stuck in self-denial and unable to advance in his cultivation. Now, he seems much more cheerful. Qiu Siyuan's grandfather, Qiu Hanzhao. Qiu Siyuan and the others have always been disciples with a heart for martial arts and a drive to advance. If Luo Zheng can lead and guide them, your grandson's cultivation is likely to reach a new level. That would be great. But is this Luo Zheng really a genius, as you say, having merged thousands of divine Daos at a young age? I say thousands of divine Daos because the Dao essence he has merged is too complex for me to discern exactly how many there are. It could be 1,000, maybe 2,000, or even more. But such a person cannot come from such a barren land as all Heaven Province. He must have come from 3 Folding Pass, but I don't know his true origin. I am in charge of the 13th schools of the Dao Sword Palace. According to Luo Zheng's talent, he should be allowed to enter the Burial Sword Palace or the Demon Sword Palace. But his origin is unknown, so he can only be placed in Concentrated Sword Palace. It's a good opportunity to observe how he behaves in a chaotic environment, to better understand his character and personality. It seems that he is indeed a reliable person. He is measured, friendly, and tolerant. He should be able to give Qiu Siyuan and the others some advice and guidance, and maybe he can also change the atmosphere of the entire Concentrated Sword Palace, and save you from worrying about your grandson. I hope so. The sword viewing ceremony will be held in half a month, and maybe Luo Zheng can bring more surprises. Li Mountain. Baiwei Gate. After many years of separation, everything in Baiwei Gate is still the same as in my memory, so kind and familiar. It's great to be back, and Li Mountain not only allowed you and us to return to Baiwei sect, but also restored you as the sect leader. You will even be given a soul crystal that can rapidly improve your yang soul cultivation level. That's because I brought back Luo Yen and was rewarded by Goddess Nuwa. I realized how important Luo Yen was when Lord Fuxi himself came to rescue us. She even received a direct summons from Goddess Nuwa, truly a meteoric rise. Lord Fuxi, you are here. Is there any news about Luo Zheng? Is he okay? Luo Zheng is safe and sound, and I have found his location through the Ear Mice clan. Come with me and tell Luo Yen. Okay. Li Mountain's cultivation temple. I wonder how my brother is doing now. Yenner, Lord Fuxi has brought some good news. Is it about my brother? Yes, your brother is doing well. He's currently cultivating in a place called the Dao Sword Palace and has even made a few good friends. You can rest assured. That's great. I've been worried that something might happen to my brother. Of course not, Luo Zheng is my target. With his strength, he certainly won't fall easily. Now you can focus on your cultivation, as you also have important tasks to accomplish. So when can I see my brother again? After you go to the chaotic source world. The chaotic source world? That's right, once you reach the other shore and cultivate your physical body to its limit, you'll need to go to the chaotic source world, to capture the spirits of the chaotic source for further advancement. With Luo Zheng's ability, he will definitely go there, and then you two will be reunited. Okay. Brother, wait for me, we'll meet again soon. Half a month later, Dao Sword Palace. Finally, I can observe the lofty sword up close. I've always been curious, who could have created such a gigantic sword? There are many legends and stories about the origins of the lofty sword. It is said that a long time ago, the Seven-Star Province was just a barbaric land called the Fierce Mantis Province, with only a few uncivilized humans living in it, and those who occupied the state were the Fierce Mantis race. The leader of the ferocious mantis race was the great demon mirror mantis. This mirror mantis was mountain-sized, possessed immense strength, and its power far surpassed most of the other shore realm warriors of the human race. But 1,000,000 years ago, the lofty sword appeared out of nowhere, descending from the sky and pinning the great demon mirror mantis to the Seven Stars Mountain with a single strike. The one who brought down the lofty sword was named Qiu Inha, and the Dad Sword Palace was established by him after he killed the great demon mirror mantis. Is this Qiu Inha still in the Dao Sword Palace now? No. A person with such strength must be roaming in the mother world, and he couldn't stay in Dao Sword Palace forever. I see. Dad Sword Palace, Lofty Sword Division. The Burial Sword Palace enters the rooftop. The disciples of the top-ranked Burial Sword Palace indeed have an extraordinary aura. Demon Sword Palace enters the rooftop. Broken Sword Palace. Angry Sword Palace. The disciples in the other palaces are usually in harmony, But when it comes to times like this, they will secretly compete with each other, especially between the second-ranked Demon Sword Palace and the Burial Sword Palace. The disciples of Concentrated Sword Palace went to the rooftop. It's strange, usually there are only 4 or 5 disciples from the Concentrated Sword Palace to observe the sword. Why are there so many today? Everyone, please bring out the translation of the true meaning of Eternal Sword. The Lofty Sword Division will open the Great Array in a moment. The sword intent will change, and everyone should seize this opportunity to comprehend it deeply, yes. Since the day I entered the Tao Sword Palace, I felt that the aura of the lofty sword was not sharp, as if an invisible scabbard had sheathed all its edges. But today's feeling is completely different. The sword in front of us, though its edge is sheathed, is like a dragon lurking in the abyss, ready to burst forth at any moment. It's far more formidable than before. Huh? What are the wastes from the Concentrated Sword Academy doing here? As the parasites of the 7-star city, you should know your place. And this time, so many of you came. Did you plan to cause trouble together? Qiu Zhixio. What nonsense are you talking about? We are also disciples of the 13th school of Tao Sword Palace. We can come here whenever we want. What does it have to do with you? Concentrated Sword Palace is also considered a palace? Haha, it's just a sheepfold to keep you piles of waste. Qiu Zhixio. Today I have summoned you all for the sword observation. What is this noise about? If anyone continues to make a fuss, they will be immediately expelled from the mountain. See you on, brother. By how, brother? Stay calm, there's no need to get angry over their taunts. Okay. That person next to Chiu Siyuan is new, right? TSK, the Concentrated Sword Academy really is a gathering of wastes. All disciples of the academies, get ready. I am about to activate the Great Array. Open. What's that? Number 9527, can this thing? Don't panic, this is just an illusion created by the giant sword with its true meaning. It cannot peek into your mind. Besides, that infinite ruler in your mind is just Chi Yu's delirium. Even if it's discovered, it's not a big deal. It seems that I still don't have much hope in merging divine Daos. Well, as long as it doesn't affect anything, it's fine. What a magical illusion. This true meaning of Eternal Sword actually exists as if it were tangible. No wonder they say practicing in front of the lofty sword can double the efficiency. I feel like my mind has suddenly become much clearer. In the beginning, the sword land anciently sought tirelessly in the heart of the sword for the eternal prosperity of the path. They've already started, let's start too. Yes. In the beginning. For the needs of the eternal prosperity of the path, from the beginning. Anciently sought, tirelessly in the heart of the sword. Walking the ancient path is to seek. It's not working. Reciting the true meaning is already extremely difficult, and the surrounding environment is so noisy, how can anyone concentrate and recite it properly? Brother Siyuan, reciting the true meaning should ideally be done in a quiet place. Why gather here in such a noisy environment? Doesn't it affect others? Brother Luozheng, you might not know, but the 13 academies are in a competitive situation. This method of cultivation is also instructed by their respective academy heads. They say if one can truly immerse in the path, they should be undistracted and unaffected by others. But in reality, the impact is quite significant. Moreover, when everyone is cultivating the true meaning, they also engage in attacks against each other. We call it the true meaning sword fight. True meaning sword fight? The true meaning comprehended in the illusion of sword observing can take shape. Brother Luozheng, look at the surface of the lofty sword. The green threads have formed a sword-shaped pattern. What do they represent? They represent the level of comprehension of the true meaning. Look at mine, it's only about the size of a palm. I used to be able to recite 200 to 300 words, so that's why it's so big. Luozheng, you just started cultivating the true meaning of Eternal Sword, so it's only the size of a thumb. That's interesting. And the true meaning sword fight is about using these formed patterns to compete against each other. Look over there, it's already started. That's Qiu Yi and Yu Baichen competing. Their true meaning sword fight is the most eye-catching duel in this sword observation event. The Buried Sword Palace, Qiu Yi. The Scarlet Fire Emperor returns his revenge with 5 elements. He will protect his family thousands of miles away, never destroy the common people, never. God walks the blazing heart and the righteous path. If it is not me, there will be no life. If it is not me, there will be no name. Demon Sword Palace, Yu Baichen. Qiu Yi and Yu Baichen are the 2 best disciples in the palace, and they belong to 2 major families. They have always been at Odo's, engaging in true meaning sword fights at every sword observation event, never considering others as their equals. Alas, I can never seem to reach their level. It's okay, Brother Siyuan. We just need to take our time. As long as we keep moving forward step by step, we'll eventually catch up. Alright, let's continue reciting. I'll also give it a try and see how much this sword observation enhances the recitation of the translated text. This group of disciples almost all started at the same time, but Chiu Yi and Yu Baiqing have left others far behind, and the other disciples may have no chance of catching up. It's a pity that I didn't enroll them in my palace at that time. Master of Upper Sword Palace, well, don't regret it too much. The disciples in your palace are not bad either. Master of the Furious Sword Palace. But having said that, what happened to Concentrated Sword Palace today? Why are there so many people? Qiu Xingxue didn't come as usual. Why would he come? The disciples from the Concentrated Sword Palace can't really do anything special. He'll never be able to get out of the Council of Elders for the rest of his life. Huh? Qiu Xingxue came? And he's with Qiu Xuegong. Qiu Xuegong. I wonder how Qiu Xuegong's negotiations with Elder Qi went? Not so well. Qiu Xuegong seems to be in a bad mood. Yes, after all, the Dao Sword Palace had made an agreement that if the tomb of the former palace master Qiu Bolin was found one day, the palace master would be re-elected. But after so many years, the current acting palace master has already taken this position. How could he agree to re-election? The Dad Sword Palace is internally divided into two factions, and even among the three great elders, there is disgoro. Two of them oppose the election, leading to strife within the palace. Master of the Burial Sword Palace, Yu Bailey. Qiu Xuegong came here today to see the new batch of disciples from Concentrated Sword Palace. Those are just ordinary gods and people from all Heaven Province. What is there worth paying attention to? Without any background or talent, their presence in Dao Sword Palace is simply a waste of resources. The Concentrated Sword Palace has always been a place to dump the useless. After wasting so many years, what's a little more? Master of the Demon Sword Palace, Qiu Yun. Your Demon Sword Palace and Burial Sword Palace have unique advantages and receive the most resources, yet the disciples you cultivate are few and far between. In the past 200 years, almost all those who have been promoted to Heaven Gathering Protector are useless people. And you still have the nerve to criticize my Concentrated Sword Palace? What about you? In the past 100 years, have any of your disciples been sent to the Supreme One Heavenly Palace? Have any disciples ever been promoted to the Supreme One Protector? Not a single one. What right do you have to be so proud? You. What about me? How can you teach geniuses when you're so weak? What a joke. If you look down on the Concentrated Sword Palace, why not come up together and have a spar with me first? Qiu Xingxue, this is a place to observe the sword. Pay attention to your words and actions. Stop arguing. I don't care about them, I wouldn't hesitate to do it. Are the disciples you have trained worthy of the title of genius? What? From your tone, it seems like the Concentrated Sword Palace has been lucky, finding a genius even in a small place like All Heaven Province? This person should be slightly more talented than me. What? The talents of the disciples in the Dao Sword Palace are divided into 8 grades. Those with 6th grade talents can be selected into the Supreme One Heavenly Palace. Qiu Xingxue's talent back then was the 6th grade, just a step away from becoming a Supreme One Protector. Concentrated Sword Palace has accepted a disciple who is more talented than him? I wonder who Brother Xingxue is talking about? You'll know when you see him. Work diligently with your sword to bring good fortune. From the moment I started reciting the words in the translation, a strange feeling arose in my mind. It was as if my consciousness was integrated into the sword-shaped pattern. As I continued to recite, the lofty sword also responded with waves of the true meaning of eternal sword, soaking into my soul. And now, it's as if someone is guiding me to comprehend this true meaning of the Tao, making the recitation extremely smooth. Is the person Xingxue mentioned probably that one? That's right. It is indeed rare to be able to recite 500 to 600 words after practicing the true meaning of eternal sword for the first time. But we have a lot of such disciples in the Burial Sword Palace. What's there to talk about? Don't mention you guys, even in my Upper Sword Palace, there are more than 10 who can do this. It's normal, after all, the Concentrated Sword Palace is just a bunch of trash gathered together. Suddenly there's someone decent, so naturally, they treat him like a treasure. You have no idea about his potential. In my opinion, Luo Zheng's first training will never stop here. Half an incense stick of time later, the sword reveals its true intent, awaiting further enlightenment. Master of Broken Sword Palace. 1,000 words. 1,000 words in one incense stick of time is not bad in the Broken Sword Palace, but in our Burial Sword Palace, it's just ordinary. But the speed of this kid's recitation seems to be accelerating. Half an incense stick of time later to offer the command, known as by Ru's bloodline, returning. 2,000 words, and it only took half an incense stick of time to recite them. Anyone who has learned 2,000 words in sword observing for the first time has a third-grade talent. Although a third-level talent is not as good as Chio-E from my sword burial palace, it is still rare. I never thought that such a person could be born in a barren, all-heaven province. So, don't say anything too soon. I have already said that this guy's talent is no worse than mine. I think it's Xingxue who spoke too soon. Everyone has cultivated the true meaning of Tao. Chio-E could break 4,300 words in one breath. Just wait and see. It's already 3,000 words long. I don't know if it's because I'm extremely suitable for cultivating the true meaning of Eternal Sword or because of the lofty sword. The speed at which I now comprehend the true meaning of Eternal Sword far exceeds the true meaning of nature. No need to think too much, just keep reciting. Cultivating it in the body, it becomes a long-lasting path. Cultivating it in... Why is Luo Zheng's recitation getting louder? What's that? Luo Zheng's sword. It's already half a man tall? Luo Zheng really shouldn't belong to the concentrated sword palace. How is that possible? How can there be someone with this kind of talent in the concentrated sword palace? The sword pattern has grown to such a high height, he must have read thousands of words of true meaning. No, we can't let the kid from concentrated sword palace surpass us. Quickly initiate a true meaning sword fight against him. Slow him down. Crush that guy from the concentrated sword palace. If you want to continue cultivating, you have to get through me first. That kid's true meaning aura broke through. My head hurts. Demon Sword Palace. That guy from concentrated sword palace actually blocked everyone else. If his comprehension of the true meaning of Eternal Sword is really so profound, it might be greatly beneficial for us too. Right, let's also attack and give it a try. Why are so many coming? Are they all going to have a true meaning sword fight with me? The reason why the Tao Sword Palace encourages true meaning sword fights is that disciples can often absorb each other's true meaning through this. This leaves the opponent's enlightenment in one's mind, allowing him to break through more quickly, and the greater the power of the opponent's counterattack, the stronger the effect. But when the other party's true aura reaches you, you will definitely feel a splitting headache. No choice then. I have to speed up my comprehension and improve my sword fighting strength. However, the scene of a group of people chasing one person for a duel, with each of them screaming in headache, is indeed unprecedented. This Luo Zheng was besieged by so many people at the same time, and suffered such a strong aura of true meaning, but was not affected at all. He seems to have a natural affinity for the true meaning of Eternal Sword. Not only is his affinity, his soul is also very powerful. After all, he has entered the sea of true meaning. Merely having a strong soul is not enough to easily withstand the aura of true meaning sword fights. Affinity and soul, both are essential. I get it. That's it. What? You had an epiphany? I feel like I'm having an epiphany right now. I have been stuck at 3,100 words for 2 years, but at this moment, I feel like I can easily overcome it. Really? I think I feel it too. Me too. Let's quickly recite and give it a try. Success. I really broke through 3,000 words. How could Qiu Zhixio and the other two? Maybe it's just a coincidence? No. The same goes for the disciples of my Demon Sword Academy. To immediately break through a bottleneck after a duel with Luo Zheng? Since I've been overseeing the sword observation, such a thing has never happened. How could he infuse the true meaning of Tao so miraculously? It can only show that his way of understanding the true meaning of Eternal Sword is very unique. In other words, very correct. It should be that Luo Zheng himself was a perfect match for the true meaning of Eternal Sword. His true meaning aura is very perfect, and the aura left in the minds of other disciples during the true meaning sword fight is also very pure, and the effect is naturally excellent. Although I have heard of this situation once or twice, it has never happened in Tao Sword Palace. Then should we tell Luo Zheng to stop practicing and stay within the scope of 3,000 words? Many disciples are stuck at 3,000 words. If Luo Zheng stays here and later engages in true meaning sword fights with the disciples, their cultivation speed will naturally increase greatly. Qiu Yuna, the disciples of your demonic sword palace are human beings, but the disciples of my concentrated sword academy are not? All the people in your demon sword palace combined might not be worth one Luo Zheng. I was just making a suggestion. Besides, Luo Zheng has only joined your concentrated sword palace for a month, right? After all, he is an outsider, and I also think about our Qiu family, Yuebai family, and even the entire Dao Sword Palace. If you think this suggestion is good, go and talk to Luo Zheng yourself. According to the level of the Dao Sword Palace, I'm afraid we won't be able to keep him in the future. If Luo Zheng goes to Supreme One Heavenly Palace and gets famous, and then comes back to cause trouble, you Qiu Yuner will have to bear the responsibility alone. Brother Luo Zheng has no bottleneck? I have never heard of anyone in heaven-fortified city being able to do this. Not even the city lord can do it. There are still people in our Dao Sword Palace who can do more than 3,000 words without encountering a bottleneck, and there are quite a few of them. Among the disciples of this period were Qiu Yi and Yu Baiqing. I remember that Qiu Yi's first record was 4,300 words, and Yu Baiqing's was 4,250 words. That's impressive. The Dao Sword Palace really does have hidden dragons and crouching tigers. But in my opinion, Brother Luo Zheng may surpass their records this time. After all, he's already recited 4,000 words. The disciples of the concentrated sword palace, apart from those pampered scions of the main family, they are all mediocre people gathered from small places. How could such a person emerge this time? I heard a little bit about the inside story. It is said that this new batch of newcomers came in because they obtained the tomb of the previous palace master. I wonder if that kid got some kind of blessing from the previous master. Probably not. No matter how great a blessing is, it is difficult to change one's talent. In this case, we can only say that a monster-like genius came out of that small place in All Heaven Province, but it was a pity that he was selected into the concentrated sword palace. But I don't think he'll be able to break your record. I don't know, let's wait and see. 4,200 words. That kid is only 100 words away from my first record. Impossible, he can't possibly break my record. For 1,250 words now, he broke you by Cheng's record. It's only a little away from Qiu Yi. 4,300 words. Broke Qiu Yi's record. As expected. Damn it. Strange, when I comprehend the true meaning of Eternal Sword, I really don't feel any pressure. Instead, my thoughts are exceptionally clear, as if a sense of lucidity is constantly accompanying me. Having broken Qiu Yi's record, it should be almost. Hey, why do I feel like this is just the beginning? I really want to see how far he can go for the first time. One incense stick of time later. He's already at 8,000 words. Xing Shui, your record back then was 6,000 words. He has far surpassed you. Qiu Shuigong still remembers it. This guy is worthy of my attention. Sheng Shui also underestimated Luo Zheng. According to the rating of Dao Sword Palace, he may now be classified as a 7th grade or even 8th grade talent. Luo Zheng, he might be a genius who can't comprehend the Dao in one thought. I think it's even more than that. Instant enlightenment? Did he come after all? Then let's give it a try. Sure enough, as others said, a white light flashed in my mind, almost tearing my soul into pieces. I can still hold on. The rainbow-like shadow, the sword light like stars. The sheath itself is clear and bright. No disciple can engage in a true meaning sword fight with Luo Zheng anymore. I thought he was only slightly stronger than me back then. The true meaning of Eternal Sword has a total of 9,449 words, and he has now reached 9,200 words. He's trying to completely comprehend the true meaning of Eternal Sword in one go. The first person to instant enlightenment came out of that sword palace. It said that Supreme One Heavenly Palace once had 19 geniuses who achieved instant enlightenment. I've heard about 4 of them. 3 of them practiced the true meaning of Eternal Sword, and 1 practiced the true meaning of holy words. What happened to them? 2 of them have passed away. Among the living, 1 became one of the 3 leaders of Supreme One Heavenly Palace. The other person is on duty in the southeast, Blood Town Dragon Cliff. Our Dao Sword Palace is originally subordinate to Supreme One Heavenly Palace. If Luo Zheng can achieve instant enlightenment, wouldn't he be able to go to Supreme One Heavenly Palace to show off his skills? Don't think it's that simple. True geniuses bear burdens far greater than ordinary people. Don't forget, 2 of those 4 people have already died in infancy. As the saying goes, if nature is jealous of talents, greater hardships will naturally be imposed on them. Luo Zheng has reached 9,300 words and will soon reach the top. Great Swordmaster, if we send someone who has instant enlightenment ability to the Supreme One Heavenly Palace, what reward will there be? This Supreme One Heavenly Palace is, after all, a powerful force standing at the top of the Mother World. This has never happened in our Dao Sword Palace before. I need to go back and check the records to see. The sword brings forth destiny and retains thoughts, eternally keeping the original heart through the ages. Phew! I've finally finished reading it. The thought of a sword will last forever, displaying the prosperity of the human race with eternal fortune. No wonder it's called the true meaning of eternal sword. This true meaning must have been written by a great power of the human race. The lofty sword reacted. How is this possible? This would only happen if a truly peerless great demon appears. Is there a great demon coming? It's impossible at this time. Could it have something to do with Luo Zheng's instant enlightenment? Not bad. Back then, I planted 7 swords in sparsely populated great states. Now I met a man who has instant enlightenment ability. What an unexpected harvest. Next to the lofty sword is the sound transmission array. Planted 7 swords. Could this be the voice of the founder of Dao Sword Palace? What? This voice is... It's Qiao Inha? Senior Qiao. Luo Zheng actually lured Senior Qiao out. This Dao Sword Palace disciple, please come forward. Yes, sir. I have been controlling lofty swords for several years, but I never knew there was an arch on the sword. A person who comprehends in one thought? I originally just wanted to master another true meaning, but I didn't expect to smoothly complete the entire true meaning of Eternal Sword in one go. Now the founder of Dao Sword Palace has sent word, maybe I can get a huge opportunity? There's such a vast space inside here. What's your name? My name is Luo Zheng. Luo? After I captured 7 Stars Province, I gave them 2 clan surnames, Qiao and Yuebai. The surname Luo is quite rare. Could it be that you are not a native of 7 Stars Province? No, I was brought here from All Heaven Province by Qiao Shuegong. I'm sure he'll ask that again. I hope he won't get to the bottom of it. Since you've joined the Dao Sword Palace, you must know the origins of the Dao Sword Palace? I've heard a thing or two. That's good. I am Qiao Inha, the Heavenly Minister of Supreme One Heavenly Palace. Since you can realize the true meaning of Eternal Sword in one thought, it shows that you have extraordinary talent in the way of swordsmanship. Our Supreme One Heavenly Palace is the orthodox swordsmanship in the world, and the true meaning of Eternal Sword is compiled by Emperor Tai. Are you willing to join my Supreme One Heavenly Palace? Emperor Tai? He is a similar character to Qiyu. Emperor Tai is the master of the Supreme One Heavenly Palace. The conditions of the Supreme One Heavenly Palace are much better than this small place. It is one of the 4 orthodoxies of your human race. Wrong, there are only 3 major orthodoxies now. The race with the smallest number is probably 9 Li. Probably Emperor Tai is not weaker than Qiyu. Supreme One Heavenly Palace is indeed a better place to go. I am willing to join Supreme One Heavenly Palace. Good. In this case, I will give you an opportunity first, which can be regarded as a meeting gift. It's the aura of a token from the other shore. This long sword is a token from the other shore? This is the Sword of Enlightenment, my token of the other shore. Of course, what you see is only a projection. After all, the token of the other shore is very important, and I cannot leave it outside of myself. The Sword of Enlightenment is a rare treasure on the other shore. The power of this object itself is not outstanding, but it can give you a sword seal. Sword seal? What's that? You will know immediately this imperial sword seal is the only one in this world. There is no other one, hee. Hey, it looks like I have to move. Number 9527, are you afraid that he will discover your existence? What else? Look at your chest. This imperial sword seal is the innate divine ability of my enlightenment sword. Even those old geezers begged me to give them the imperial sword seal, so this is not a small gift, hee. Do you have any high-quality swords in your hand? Senior Qiao hasn't said anything about the function of this imperial sword seal yet? Don't you have anything else? Such a piece of scrap metal. This is the Azure Edge sword provided by Dao Sword Palace. Fine then. I'll teach you the method to use the imperial sword seal, then apply it to this Azure Edge sword. Listen carefully. Sword shines with radiant light, its shadow follows upon its flight. After memorizing it, recited it in your mind and tried it. Yes. Sword shines with radiant light, its shadow follows upon its flight. There's a change, I can feel the energy and blood surging in my body, and the aura of the true meaning of eternal sword that I just mastered is gathered in my chest. This power. You can release it, don't worry, it won't be able to cut through the inner wall of this lofty sword. Not bad. Although these pale golden threads are sharp, there is still a certain gap between them and the merging Tao energy. Huh? Is it just not bad? Now you're using this scrap metal to activate my imperial sword seal, which is a waste. In the future, you'll understand the benefits of the imperial sword seal. Is Elder Chiu saying? This imperial sword seal isn't a divine ability activated by one's own true meaning? Yes, the power of the imperial sword seal is related to the grade of the sword you use. In the mother world, there should be a different set of levels for magic treasures. As the standard sword of the Tao Sword Palace, this azure edge sword is completely useless. It is not as good as some of the swords I brought from God's domain. Even the azure edge sword can exert such a level of power, wouldn't it be better to use the soaring snake sword? You seem quite pleased. It looks like you have some impressive treasures with you? Don't worry, I just said it casually. How could I, Chiu Inha, covet a junior's possessions? I've given you the opportunity, now stay in Tao Sword Palace. I'll send someone to 7-Star Province for you. You can leave now. Thank you, Senior Chiu. I'll take my leave. Luo Zheng is out. Finally. I wonder what happened in there. Luo Zheng, come over here. Yes. Lord Chiu Shuegong. I wonder what Senior Chiu said to you? He asked me to join the Supreme One Heavenly Palace and said someone would come to take me there. As expected. Now that Luo Zheng has been selected into Supreme One Heavenly Palace, he is a disciple of Concentrated Sword Palace after all. I made a big mistake back then and was removed from my position as a Heaven Gathering Protector. If I want to return to be a Heaven Gathering Protector, I must bring out some achievements in the palace. Chiu Shuegong will definitely write down this contribution for me, and my return to Heaven Gathering Protector is just around the corner. We worked hard to teach the disciples of the palace, while Chiu Shingshui drowned his sorrows in drinking all day long, but in the end he was able to take advantage of this, alas. Senior Chiu. Did he say when? Not really. Onion, don't worry. In the past, we sent disciples to Supreme One Heavenly Palace. Since they said that they would pick them up in person this time, it will definitely be very fast. Well, I think so. Chiu Yi finally broke through the bottleneck, and his sword-shaped pattern reached the top. The same goes for Yu Baiqing. Did the two of them also understand the true meaning in the book? They both received help from Luo Zheng in the true meaning sword fight and finally broke through their bottlenecks. Yu Baiqing, Chiu Yi, don't enter the sea of true meaning yet, come here to receive a soul pill before entering it. They just completed their true meaning, and it's customary to first bestow a soul pill. By the way, in this case, Luo Zheng should also be given a soul pill. That's right, all three of them will get soul pills. This bottle looks weird. You haven't seen this before? Soul pills are special and require a soul bottle to hold them. If left outside, they'll vanish within a couple of days. Chiu Yi, don't be rude. Soul pill, is it this big? What I saw last time on the Sea of True Meaning was clearly only the size of a finger. Brother Luo Zheng, have you ever seen the soul pill in the Sea of True Meaning? I have. I heard that the Sea of True Meaning and the other shore are a huge world, and the scenes there are weird and bizarre, and after all they are somewhat different from our reality. So the soul pills you saw in the Sea of True Meaning might differ from the real ones. I see. If I am lucky enough to meet Brother Luo Zheng in the Sea of True Meaning, I hope you can help me. As fellow disciples of Tao Sword Palace, it's only right that we help each other. Alas, Chiu Yi's talent is slightly better than Yu Baiqing's, but his words and deeds are far behind. This soul pill can accompany your young soul into the Sea of True Meaning, replenishing your soul's strength. Thank you, Lord Chiu Shuegong. Now that you have fully understood the true meaning of Eternal Sword, you can go to the secret cultivation room and enter the Sea of True Meaning. Yes, Brother Luo Zheng, you really make our Concentrated Sword Palace feel proud. Come to think of it, they would never dare to look down on Concentrated Sword Palace again. Haha, I will never forget Chiu Zhixio's unbelievable look in his eyes when he saw that Brother Luo Zheng was a person who had instant enlightenment. Thank you everyone. Luo Zheng, well done. Don't just focus on me, how are you two doing now? What progress have you made? Not too fast, just reached 430. I'm a bit slower, over 300 words. This is the first time that I can watch swordsmanship to this extent. Brother Xinyuan and Miss Luo are already extremely talented. You guys continue, I'll go back to Concentrated Sword Palace to enter the Sea of True Meaning. Okay, let's continue to observe the sword and comprehend it. Concentrated Sword Palace. Secret Cultivation Room. I have entered the Mother World. I am afraid it is not convenient for me to enter the Sea of True Meaning with my physical body. It would be too easy to expose my secret. It will probably take some time for Supreme One Heavenly Palace to pick me up, and it will be just in time to cross the sea. Supreme One Heavenly Palace, Tai Mountain. Shuang'e. Shuang'e, I heard that Mo Hai has already crossed the 5th line. Aunt Ping, what does that have to do with me? How does their progress concern me? I just think you could continue crossing the Sea of True Meaning. As long as that young man enters the sea, you will always know it, and you can just go back and take him with you. There is no need to wait for him here. Aunt Ping, you know my personality. I will never break a promise once I have made it. I will wait for him. But you are already far behind now. I don't care. It's just a slight delay. With the speed of Mo Hai and the others, if I get serious, I can quickly surpass them. Hey, you're so talented, yet so stubborn. It's him. Aunt Ping, protect me quickly, that guy is coming up. Alright, but you... Sea of True Meaning. Where is he? Why isn't he here? This isn't right. How could he disappear so quickly? Or did he leave the Sea of True Meaning again? Are you looking for me? It's you. What took you so long? I ran into some trouble, I'm sorry. Huh? Aren't you cultivating the true meaning of nature? Why are you now mixed with the true meaning of Eternal Sword? I just comprehended it. Just comprehended? It has been less than a year since we last met, and he has already mastered another true meaning of Tao. Understanding the true meaning of Tao is difficult to achieve overnight. To be able to cultivate one in such a short time, moreover, it is very difficult to cultivate 2 true meaning of Tao. It's not a big deal. Besides, mastering 2 true meanings won't help me cross the Sea of True Meaning quickly. Since we're here, let's get going quickly. Okay. 7 Stars Province Border. 7 Stars Province. Star-reaching tower. I finally became a Supreme One Protector half a year ago. I thought I could kill demons. But I was assigned to such a miserable place. This place is guarded by a lofty sword, and I can't even see a shadow of a demon. It's so boring. Be content. You only have to guard for 3 years, I've been here for 5. I can't even remember what 7 Stars City looks like. What's going on? Was that an earthquake? What an earthquake? Why are there cracks in the boundary wall? What is that? It's the demons from All Heaven Province. Are they trying to invade 7 Stars Province? How is this possible? The man-eating demon flower has come to 7 Stars City. The Eye of Heaven sight array deployed by the lofty sword covers the entire 7 Stars Province. Any intrusion by the demon cannot escape the capture of the array, but why didn't they give us a warning? Could it be that the lofty sword's array didn't work? They have begun to attack the people, let's go down there quickly. No. I'll go. These demons are coming fiercely, and they are probably heading towards 7 Star City. You should quickly return to Dao Sword Palace and report this matter to the Master Chiu. Sea of True Meaning. Squeak, squeak, squeak. There seems to be some kind of sound. I heard it too. Over there. That's the black beetle race. They are a kind of monster insect. They are considered a small race in the Mother World, and they are not particularly ferocious. In the Mother World, whether they are dragons, snakes, ants, or strange beasts, as long as they are intelligent beings, they can enter the other shore through cultivation. But why haven't we seen other races before? The sea area that each race enters will be different. The area we are in is the area where the human race usually lives. Today might just be a coincidence. This black beetle race seems to be practicing the true meaning of nature. Well, most of the foreign races follow the true meaning of nature, and they seem to be naturally aligned with this true meaning of Tao. Naturally align? Yes. In our place, everyone must test their compatibility with the true meaning of Tao. The higher the degree of compatibility, the faster you can comprehend the true meaning of Tao. My compatibility with the true meaning of Eternal Sword reached 90%, so when I comprehended it for the first time, I could recite 8,700 words. You were able to recite 8,700 words for the first time? Amazing, isn't it? Indeed. What if the compatibility reaches 100%? That would be instant enlightenment. However, there are only a few people who can do it. Those who can do instant enlightenment are destined for great achievements. It turns out that even the compatibility with the true meaning of Tao can be measured. From this point of view, my compatibility with the true meaning of Eternal Sword should be 100%. You are considered very powerful. In a short period of time, you have mastered another true meaning. I had prepared a true meaning of nature divine ability for you. Now it seems I might need to get you one for the true meaning of Eternal Sword too? That is also a strange beast. What's on that true meaning boat over there? No need for now. The route taken by the human race into the sea of true meaning is probably the same, and there are few true meaning boats from other races. Why did we encounter two different races in succession today? There's another race over there. They look like wolves. Something's wrong. Let's stop first. Xiao Shuang, the direction of the water flow has changed. It was upstream before, now it's cross-current. What? The direction of the water flow has changed. This is bad. What do you mean? Go back. There's a big whirlpool ahead. There's a whirlpool in the sea of true meaning? Yes, and once you fall into the whirlpool you will be trapped in it, which is equivalent to leaving the sea of true meaning and never reaching the other shore. It is also the whirlpool that changes the flow of the seawater, so it brings those different races to us. It's not a big deal, we'll just exit the sea of true meaning and come back in when the whirlpool disappears. It's not as simple as you think. Once the whirlpool in the sea of true meaning appears, it will never disappear. And there is no way around it, no way to escape. So, according to what you said, isn't the sea of true meaning filled with many whirlpools? Yes, the whirlpool only started to appear in the last 20,000 years. Some people have counted it. So far, there are more than 1,200 whirlpools in the sea of true meaning. These whirlpools have appeared in the 4th and 5th segment lines before. Maybe they are spreading outward, but unexpectedly they have appeared in the 2nd segment line, and we happen to encounter them again. Maybe there is a way to crack it. Let's go back and take a look first. If you want to try, then let's try. How unlucky, just after realizing the true meaning, we're caught in the whirlpool. Why does the boat stop moving when it gets here? It can't be. Those rumors are not true. There must be a way to leave the whirlpool. We have reached the edge of the whirlpool, but there is an invisible force preventing true meaning boat from leaving. Is this the power of the water flow? There's no need to try. As I said, once you get caught in a whirlpool, it's impossible to get out of it. I know a disciple whose talent is not weaker than mine has fallen into the whirlpool. Everyone tried to use soul chains to pull his boat, and even abandoned the boat and pulled the person away directly, but they all failed, and the person never came to the other shore again. He couldn't accept all this, and he was unwilling to reincarnate and start over with a new soul and body. He was depressed all day long. From the brilliant genius in the past, he has degenerated into a mediocre person who drinks to drown his sorrows every day. Hey, you too, if you have any way to leave the whirlpool, please tell me. No, I don't. Don't bother me. Hey! You little trash of the human race, how dare you talk to me like that? Do you know who I am? Get out of here. So strong. Although it can be seen that she has an extraordinary origin, I did not expect that her soul has such strength. But she seems to be in a bad mood now. Are you okay? It's okay, I'm a little emotional. Well, what is trapped in the whirlpool is the soul. The only way now is to be reincarnated before being sucked into the center of the whirlpool. It's a pity that the cultivation of this life will have to be repeated. If you can come to the mother world, I can also help you extract the memory flame and help you be reborn. Xiao Shuang, don't worry too much. There are exceptions to everything, and you can always find a way to solve it. There are indeed exceptions to other things, but I have never seen any exceptions in this matter. Do you know what is in the center of this whirlpool? I only know that the water in the center is more turbulent and is said to be able to swallow everything. If our true meaning boat stays here, it will eventually be involved, and the young soul will be wiped out. Maybe the reason for the appearance of the whirlpool comes from the center of it. I can go there and explore it. Exploring the center of the whirlpool? Stop taking risks and reincarnate as soon as possible. Have you forgotten? It's not just my soul that can enter the sea of true meaning. Ah, that's right, you can enter the sea with your physical body. As you said, the only thing that scares people about the whirlpool is that it swallows up small boats and pulls young souls into the sea. But since I can swim in the sea of true meaning with my physical body, what's there to fear about this whirlpool? Is that so? Although no one has been able to escape from the whirlpool so far, his ability to physically enter the sea of true meaning is an exception in itself. Maybe he can really break through the whirlpool. Wait for me a moment, I'll be right back. If I'm entering the sea with my physical body, I should set up a barrier first to prevent others from spying. Elementary Fire Divine Tao. Last time, I was able to enter the sea with my body burned by the red-eyed girl's flames, but in fact, any flame can do it. After my aunt regained her freedom, she traveled around the god's domain. Before I left, I found her to discuss the matter of the red and blue girls. After the death of Tianming, the blue-eyed girl returned to the void of the Abyss Demon region. The girl's power can only be used in God's domain, so I also put the red-eyed girl back into the abyss. Under the guidance of my aunt, I discovered that I could enter the sea physically by burning my body thoroughly with fire, regardless of the type of flame. Number 9527, keep an eye out for me. I'm not sure if the beings of the other shore can see through the barrier. If anyone comes near, notify me immediately. Understood. Number 9527, there shouldn't be any problems entering the whirlpool with my physical body, right? I don't think so, not to mention that your young soul has been trapped in it, so you have no other choice but to try this method. Then do you know why there are whirlpools in the sea of true meaning? I don't know either. But according to my inference, it is impossible for a whirlpool to appear out of thin air. The rest is up to you to explore on your own. Well, I just have to go and take a look. Hey, I can't sense him when he enters the sea in his physical body. Ah, he's coming. Luo Zheng. Wait here, I'm going to explore the center of the whirlpool. Wait. What if you go in and never come out? Don't worry, it won't happen. If there is any emergency, you should leave the sea of true meaning first. I'm going. You. Be careful. 1 incense stick of time later. No wonder Ling Shuang said that there is no way out if you fall into the middle of a whirlpool. Whose soul dares to walk in such waves? Probably as soon as 115 swept here, they would be immediately swallowed by the seawater. Who is behind the creation of such huge waves and whirlpools? Did they create the whirlpool to cut off others from entering the other shore? There is no need to swim by myself, the gravitational pull of the whirlpool keeps pulling me in, and it should drag me to the bottom of the sea. I can't believe it worked. There it is, the whirlpool. Fortunately, I entered with my physical body. If it were another young soul, after being sucked down, it would be directly dissolved by the seawater. Let's go down and take a look. There's light below? There must be something there. That is a candle. The end point of the entire water vortex is just above the candle flame. It seems that the whirlpool is created by it. It's not natural for a candle to exist in the sea of true meaning. Not only that, but it suddenly appeared deep under the sea and was ignited. It was obviously someone who did it on purpose. They are willing to spend a lot on this. This candle is really a good thing. They? Who are they? A bunch of delusional folks. It's not suitable for you to know now. Just put out the candle with your hands, and the whirlpool should disappear. It's not a trap, is it? They definitely didn't expect that someone could physically enter the sea of true meaning. Even if there is a trap, it should only be effective against Yang Soul. Okay. There's a force that prevents me from touching it. Bats? They're emitting soul power formed from Yang Souls. But they seem much stronger than ordinary Yang Souls. So fast. Huh? Didn't my flesh get bitten open? Looks like they're not that powerful. What's going on? These bats can't be killed? These bats keep regenerating, they can't be killed. How can they be unkillable? Take a closer look. They seem to be getting a bit smaller. Why is that? I feel their soul power weakening. It seems they regenerate using their soul power. In that case, just keep forcing them to regenerate until their soul power is exhausted. Half an hour later. This is the only one left. Finally they all disappeared. Why do you think they appear here? These Yang Souls were probably meant to target some unruly beings in the sea of true meaning to prevent them from disrupting the whirlpool. Then they are obviously Yang Souls, so why can they move in the sea of true meaning? Because they all come from the other shore. There are all kinds of strange things in the other shore. How can the mere sea of true meaning touch them? The other shore? Did someone from the other shore put the candle here? Okay, don't think too much, you are still far from the other shore now. Put out the candle quickly. Okay. Look. The big whirlpool seems to have disappeared. Let me try. I can really break out now. I need to leave quickly. Don't want another whirlpool to appear. The whirlpool is really gone? He did it. The whirlpool is gone. Number 9527. Apart from stirring up a whirlpool, what other uses does this candle have? Don't underestimate this candle, it has many uses. This is the soul candle, it is the key to enter the dark realm, it is very rare on the other shore. However, I have not set foot on the other shore for many years. Perhaps those on the other shore have mastered the method of mass-producing soul candles. What is the dark region? We'll talk about that later. You know too little about the other shore, explaining it all would be endless. Letting you know some things in advance will not be of much benefit to you. Anyway, just take this candle away. You're back. The whirlpool has disappeared, and you seem to handle it easily? It was easier than I thought it would be. What's that? Is that so? A candle. The whirlpool is caused by it. Extinguishing the candle made the whirlpool disappear. I'll go out and come back. Okay. The whirlpool is caused by candles, if that's the case. I'm back. Catch. Xiao Shuang, have you ever heard of this candle? No, but anything that can cause a giant whirlpool in the sea of true meaning is no ordinary object. You better keep it safe. Well, we can move on now. Let's go. 1 hour later. The resistance here is beginning to increase, and it should be approaching the second segment line. Just rush over. Since Luo Zheng can remove the candle to dispel the giant whirlpool, if I follow him to the sixth segment line, my brother Ming Xian might be saved. Not good. What's the matter? Are you thinking about something? Nothing, thank you. The wind is getting stronger, stay focused and steady. Understood. I'll take another soul pill, this is the 5th one, it should be enough to handle the second segment line. I've taken 2 pills, so I think that's enough. Having experienced the impact of the first segment line before, and with my young soul far surpassing an ordinary great perfection true God, the second segment line shouldn't pose much difficulty for me. Let's rush through it with all my might. We've crossed the second segment line. Yup. There is still a lot of time, so why not cross the third line in one go? Luo Zheng. Someone is approaching the secret room. And knocking on the door. Huh? Who wants to see me? Xiao Shuang, there is something urgent, so I have to leave the sea of true meaning. Ah, so suddenly? Yes, I'll see you next time. That's fine, I should leave too. Xiao Shuang. You are out. Aunt Ping, I asked you to protect me, why do you look so nervous? I'm worried about you. Did you meet that kid? Not only did you meet him, but I have good news and bad news. Huh? Tell me the bad news first. We got trapped in a giant whirlpool between the first and second segments. What? You said whirlpool. Xiao Shuang, are you trapped in it? No, there has never been a whirlpool between the first line and the second line. Xiao Shuang, that is not funny, tell the truth, or I will get mad. Aunt Ping, don't worry, you haven't heard the good news yet. The good news is that we have escaped from the whirlpool, and cousin Ming Xian may be saved. What? You can get out of the whirlpool? Tell me the whole story. 1 incense stick of time later. That's what happened, so I thought of my cousin who was trapped in the whirlpool at the 6th segment line. If I ask Luo Zheng to save my cousin, I don't think he'll refuse. That would be great. Let's go to your Aunt Lan's house now and tell her the great news. Yes. The backyard of Lynn Jiangting's mansion. Aunt Lan. Oh, it's Sister Ping and Xiao Shuang. What brings you here? Is Sister Lan still worried about Ming Xian? Well, your brother-in-law still can't find a way to save him? If we really let Ming Xian reincarnate, I just can't bear it. But seeing him languishing all day long, as a mother, I am heartbroken. Sister Lan doesn't have to worry about Ming Xian anymore. Today, Xiao Shuang also got trapped in a giant whirlpool, but someone helped her break it. What? Xiao Shuang, you know how I've been these past few years. You can't joke about such things. I know, I'm not joking Aunt Lan, you haven't seen much of the world these years, so I'm afraid you don't know that I have met someone who can enter the sea of true meaning with physical body. Enter sea of true meaning with physical body? Haven't such people disappeared since ancient times? But more than a year ago, when Xiao Shuang first entered the sea of true meaning, she met a young man named Luo Zheng. He could swim in the sea of true meaning with his physical body. Because of this, after he and Xiao Shuang fell into a whirlpool today, he entered the sea with his body and extinguished the candle that caused the whirlpool deep in the sea, ending the whirlpool. Is it true? It's true, Aunt Lan. That's why we can't wait to tell you the news. Sister Lon, Xiao Shuang is not a child who talks nonsense, and there is no need for her to make you happy for nothing. That's really great. Ma'am, what can I do for you? Bring Ming Xian here. But Master Ming Xian just lost his temper and locked himself in the room, I'm afraid. No matter what he's doing, just bring him here. Yes, ma'am. To think that such a person exists now, who is this Luo Zheng? Where is he now? I can only wait until he enters the sea of true meaning again. I actually don't know where he is in the mother world. The sea of true meaning. Finally. I'm in. It turns out that the sea of true meaning is like this. It is as endless as those people remembered, and the water is clear. It's time to start heading towards the other shore. These soul pills from those people's memories seem to be very beneficial for crossing the other shore, not sure when I'll need them. In order for his son to cross the other shore smoothly, the leader from that region got some divine treasures that could be used on the other shore, which was a bit of a gain. It's a pity that there aren't many wealthy clans in the desert, so I only found 2 soul pills. Hey kid, stop. Someone? But why can't I see his face clearly? Brother, why do I feel like this guy's figure is very similar to the kid who stole our soul pills last time? No way. That kid took Go's soul pills last time, and it took us so long to get back to the sea of true meaning, he must have left a long time ago. How could we meet him again? Don't talk nonsense. What? What do you want? Luckily, it's not the voice of the man who entered the sea with physical body. There's only one thing to do. Give us 3 soul pills and we'll let you go. Otherwise, don't blame us for being rude. So it's a robbery. But I'm new to the sea of true meaning, and I only have 2 soul pills on me, so what should I do? 2 is fine, hand them over. I can give it to you, but I am very curious about something. What is it? You must have been working here for a while, right? I wonder what you have gained? I've just entered the sea of true meaning and would also like some soul pills. If you're willing, can I join your group? Brother, after that incident last time, many of our brothers were scared off and left. Since this guy wants to join, it is a good thing to strengthen our team. I know. What happened last time? Did you guys encounter something? Since you're interested, I won't lie to you. A year ago, we met someone who could enter the sea with his physical body. Enter with his physical body? I thought the sea of true meaning could only be entered with the soul? Exactly. But we just happened to meet such a person. As a result, he took away all the soul pills we had finally obtained, and we only returned to our old business today. But don't worry, he's definitely not nearby right now. Just follow me and we'll be back on our feet soon. That's how it turns out. Does that mean you have nothing? In this case, you are useless. This soul dart can kill the yang soul so easily, which is quite useful in the sea of true meaning. It's a pity that I couldn't get some soul pills from them, but I can continue to use their tricks. Oh, here comes the first target. Stop. Give me 10 soul pills and I'll spare your life. Give them to you? Who do you think you are? Daring to rob me? Doesn't it feel quite painful? This thunder and lightning is specifically aimed at the yang soul and will also imprison some low-level spells. It's useless if you try to escape with the illusion-breaking charms. I advise you to hand it over honestly. I only have 6. I'll give you all of them. Get lost. Damn it, I'm alone today. Next time I'll bring my clan members and we'll make him pay. Naive. I wonder where the creator is now. He entered the sea of true meaning before me and must be far ahead. I need to hurry. I must surpass him. The secret cultivation room. Luo Zheng. Luo Zheng. Something big has happened. Brother Huabei, what happened? Why are you so nervous? Something bad has happened. Those man-eating demon flowers from all Heaven Province have come to 7-Star City. Man-eating demon flowers come to the 7-Star City? Such a big noise. Yes. They are already at the foot of the mountain. Dao Sword Palace summons all disciples to gather on the Sword Observe platform. Let's go quickly. That's the man-eating demon flower king? So many demon flowers. Brother Luo Zheng, stop looking, we can't handle this. Hurry, if we don't move quickly, it will be too late. Why did the man-eating demon flower king come to Dao Sword Palace? Did no one discover or stop it along the way? How did I know? It's still important to save ourselves now. Everyone is on the platform next to the lofty sword. Let's go there too. Someone's coming. It's Heaven Gathering Protectors. Kill. The man-eating demon flower's surprise attack was so sudden that most of the seven-star city has been destroyed. I wonder if the palace masters can save the situation. Forget it, let's go meet the others first. Luo Zheng. Luo Zheng. Are you alright? I'm fine, I just don't know why the man-eating demon flowers from all Heaven Province can invade Seven-Star City. The Lofty Sword Master said it seems like someone tampered with the Lofty Sword. It couldn't sense these demon plants invading. What's worse is that it can't be activated now, leaving us unable to defend against the enemy. He's still trying to activate it. Was someone tampered with? Was it done by someone from within Dao Sword Palace? Who knows? Those demons have a lot of tricks up their sleeves, so maybe they have deceived the people in the palace. Lofty Sword Master. Don't count on the Lofty Sword anymore. Although the cultivation of the man-eating demon flower king has taken another step forward, we still have a chance if we join forces with the three elders. Current palace master, Qiu Junshan. These people are so strong. Father. So, your father is the palace master, huh? Well, now you know why I don't want to talk about my father. Palace master, there is no need. The lofty sword is already recovering. As long as I repair it a little, I can chop those damn monster plants to pieces. Lofty sword master is good, the sword has been restored so quickly. It must have been someone who quietly placed the bugs, which damaged several arrays inside the lofty sword. I'm almost done repairing the arrays. The security in Dao Sword Palace is so tight that the person who placed it may be a mole in the palace. A mole. Palace Master. You. Qiu Junshan. Qiu Junshan, what are you doing? Why did you kill Lofty Sword Master? Father. You. Haha. Brother Xieshan, let's do it. Haha. I've been hiding in this body for so long, I've been bored to death. Yes, it's the Dark Rong race. He hid in Elder Luo's body. Qiu Junshan. As the master of Dao Sword Palace, you actually led the demon to invade. What are your intentions? Dark Rong race? The Dark Rong race is a fierce race in Mengxi province. Their appearance is somewhat similar to the human race, but they are known for their brutality and wantonly slaughter the people of Seven Stars province. The Heaven Gathering Protectors have repeatedly hunted down the Dark Rong race, and our Dao Sword Palace is on the same level as them. It seems that the collusion between Qiu Junshan, the man-eating demon flower king, and the Dark Rong race, both inside and outside, resulted in the current tragic situation. You damn old man, now you know how to call me the palace master? Qiu Bolin has been dead for 500 years, but you have never thought that I am the master of this palace. I have devoted my whole life to Dao Sword Palace for so many years, but I still haven't been recognized by you. Now you actually want to oust me from the position of palace master. Since you are unkind, don't blame me for being unjust. I had already united with the Dark Rong race to kill Elder Luo, and then used the secret technique of bone skin to make Xieshan hide in Elder Luo's body. Then I called the man-eating demon flower king to teach them how to break the barrier, and finally I destroyed the lofty sword formation to let them enter the city. What a sin, colluding with them. If the Dao Sword Palace is not handed over to you, will you destroy it? Our Dao Sword Palace is inherited from the Supreme One Heavenly Palace and only selects virtuous people. Despicable people like you will eventually be despised by the world. It's better to save these words for you after your death. How? I have been suffocating for all those years, and I can finally move my muscles. Demon, don't talk nonsense. You two old bastards are really strong. Now explode. The situation is serious. These powerful people from the other shore are fighting, and I have no room to intervene. What should I do? 7 Stars Mountain. The body of the man-eating demon flower king is buried deep in the ground, and cutting off its vines will not help at all. We must have Elder 11 and the others join forces to drill into the ground and kill its true body. I'm afraid they don't have the time for that now. How could Qiu Junshan take action against the Elder? Is that the Dark Rong race? Without the lofty sword, the man-eating demon flower king is already difficult to deal with, let alone with the Dark Rong race and Qiu Junshan working together from the inside out. What should we do? Let the Heaven Gathering Protectors abandon the 7-Star City. Let's go back to rescue the Academy disciples and find an opportunity to take them away. What? Do you want to give up all the hard work of the Dao Sword Palace? There is no other way now. The people in the city have been evacuated. For the remaining disciples in the palace, this is the only way. Heaven Gathering Protectors, come with me. Hee hee. Old man, let's see what you can do now. These palace masters are no match for Qiu Hanyan. Ha. Qiu Junshan. Just stop it. What good will it do to you to destroy the Dao Sword Palace? It's all because you, a bitch, took my position. I am obviously the acting palace master, but all the rights are in your hands. I have worked diligently for 5 years, but I can't get the recognition of the whole palace. In this case, this Dao Sword Palace might as well be destroyed. Father, why have you become like this? All academy disciples, retreat to the forest behind, covered by heaven-gathering protectors. Want to run away? Kill everyone except my son. Courting. Death. Don't make a mistake, your opponent is me. Heaven-gathering protectors protect the disciples. I heard that you are one of the most talented palace masters in Dao Sword Palace. I wonder if you can last longer than the elders? Everyone, be careful of the Dark Rong race and use the forest as cover. I don't know if Qiu Shuegong and the others can handle it, but it's a pity that I can't help them. There are spatial fluctuations. Hee hee, this little girl is nice. Unified Dao Strike. Ouch. Damn it. A human brat dares to injure me, you are courting death. Luo Zheng. Run. Run quickly. You are not his opponent in a head-on confrontation. I know he's tough to deal with, but if I run away, Brother Huabei and the others might be in even greater danger. You guys go first, I'll hold him off to buy some time. Don't worry, I won't fight to the death. You stinky brat actually running in the opposite direction, looks like you're tired of living. If you can, come and take my life then. This monster is even faster now. This is bad, the Dark Rong race might look human, but their arms seem to have no joints, they can twist them freely. The true meaning of nature. You actually have such a skill, you have a lot of tricks up your sleeves. You just cut my arm because of a sneak attack, but there is no such chance now. Invisible shield. Oh no, the merging Dao energy is too strong, the sword can't hold it. With this little power of merging, you think you can break my shield? Die. What should I do? Should I use that? They have retreated a certain distance, so there should be little risk in using the soaring snake sword now. It can only be this way. Nice sword. How? What a great trophy. I'm sure I'll get a reward for bringing it back to the clan. Let's try what kind of power the combination of Senior's Imperial Sword Seal and Soaring Snake Sword truly holds. This is... The energy of these little snakes seems a bit strange, although the aura of his sword is a bit weird. But a boy who has not entered the other shore can't break my other shore token. Invisible shield. How? Is this possible? What's going on with those snakes? They're stronger than the other shore. In the forest. Is there a supreme expert lurking? Hopefully, it's not someone from the Dark Rong race. Hopefully, it's a high-level expert helping out, so Luo Zheng can safely escape and meet up with us. I didn't expect that the Imperial Sword Seal combined with a high-grade sword could be so powerful. It's a pity that the Soaring Snake Sword cannot be shown to outsiders. We have to meet them quickly to avoid other accidents. Luo Zheng, you're back. I knew you would be fine. Since you're still alive, does that mean a high-level expert intervened to kill that Dark Rong race soldier? I was still worried about how to explain it just now, but fortunately they didn't suspect me. I only saw a white figure, nothing else, and this Dark Rong was cut into pieces. Such a powerful being might be capable of battling Qiu Junshan. Yes, just don't know if they will go support Qiu Shuegong and the others. Alas, I think so too, but... What's that? Qiu Shuegong. Ha! There is no point in struggling anymore. You have been looking for your father's tomb for so many years and finally found it. Now it's time to go to that world to accompany your father. You want to kill me? It is not that easy, and it is not certain who will win in the end. I hope Master Hichi's concealed divine ability can last a little longer. Don't resist. How childish. You want to stop me with just a broken umbrella? You can't even recognize the heaven-earth umbrella that Master Hichi gave me. How can you break such a concealed divine ability? Master Hichi. Thankfully it's a defensive concealed divine ability, otherwise if I wasn't careful just now, I might have been killed by her. So what if it can't be broken? How long can this concealed divine ability last? 3 days? Or 30 days? I have plenty of time to spend with you. Master Qiu, don't forget that Supreme One Heavenly Palace will send someone to pick up Luo Zheng. I wonder if you can handle it then? Supreme One Heavenly Palace does not know about the changes in Dao Sword Palace. As long as the people sent to guide them are not too strong, I have nothing to fear. Qiu Junshan is right, the envoys sent by Supreme One Heavenly Palace in the past were all of ordinary strength, I fear. What I'm more worried about is that the concealed divine ability won't last until that time. This umbrella can only last for 5 days. The Supreme One Protectors and those Palace Masters have all been wiped out by us, leaving only these two and these disciples. Very well, although the old man's concealed divine ability cannot be broken for the time being, when the time comes, the Dao Sword Palace will be officially destroyed. Let's just wait. Should we try our luck in the Sea of True Meaning? If we can meet the disciples of Supreme One Heavenly Palace, we can ask them to report this matter. Not a bad idea, but the probability is too low. Even if you meet Supreme One Heavenly Palace's disciples, they may not believe you, and only the 5-star Supreme One Protector can rush over to rescue you within 5 days. But do you think a Supreme One Heavenly Palace's disciple who has ventured into the Sea of True Meaning can convince the 5-star Supreme One Protector? Xiao Shuang mentioned the Supreme One Heavenly Palace, and from her actions before, her background seems extraordinary. Maybe if she makes the move, it could work. This Luo Zheng has always been very mysterious. Is there any way he can do it? Luo Zheng. What are you thinking? From Supreme One Heavenly Palace to 7 Stars Province, can we get there in 5 days? Do you know anyone from Dao Sword Palace? Is it the 5-star Supreme One Protector? I'm not sure. She's a friend from the Sea of True Meaning. I thought she might be able to help. It's just a random person. What's the point if she's not a 5-star Supreme One Protector? No matter what, there is finally some hope. Let's enter the Sea of True Meaning and give it a try. Well, now only the 3 of us can enter the Sea of True Meaning and try our luck. What's going on? I can condense the true meaning of Eternal Sword. Could it be because of the sword's seal? It seems that being strong does not come without a price. Let's enter the sea with the true meaning of nature first. But it is still very difficult to find someone in the Sea of True Meaning. Even if you meet the other person, you must ensure that the other person enters the Sea of True Meaning at the same time and waits for you in the same area. Have faith in Luo Zheng. I think that since he said he has a friend, he should be sure of himself. Yes, believe him. We have known him for so long, and he can always turn danger into safety. Don't be discouraged. Lynn Jonting's mansion. Mother has called me here. I don't know what's the matter. Alas, look at you now. Ming Xian, I have found a way, and you will be relieved soon. I found a way, I found a way. You said this to me more than 100 times. I know you've gone through a lot of trouble for me, but it's too cruel to let me down over and over again. This time it will definitely work. Forget it, I'm tired and I don't want to hope anymore. Cousin, I've also fallen into a whirlpool. What? But I met someone in the Sea of True Meaning, and he helped me break the whirlpool. This. Xiao Shuang, you can't tease your cousin about this kind of thing. Cousin, you know me, I don't lie. So where is this man now? He's just entered the Sea of Meaning. I'm going in now. Please ask Aunt Lon to protect me. Huh? Are you waiting for me? I have a favor to ask. What a coincidence, I also have something to ask, and it's very urgent. What's the emergency? You go ahead and tell me. I don't know if you've heard of the Dao Sword Palace. I know, it seems to be a subordinate force of Supreme One Heavenly Palace. I heard it is very remote. I don't know the specific situation. The thing is like this, I joined the Dao Sword Palace, but now there is civil strife in the palace, and the man-eating demon flower of the other shore is in 7 Stars Province. I'm afraid we will all be wiped out in 5 days. What? You have entered the Mother World. You are still trapped in 7 Stars Province. Why didn't you tell me earlier? Because of my identity, there are some things that I cannot disclose. Xiao Shuang, what did you ask me for just now? The 7 Stars Province is located at the edge of the Mother World, the 3-folding pass, the exit to chaos, and it's not close to the Supreme One Heavenly Palace, so 5 days is too short a time. Let's talk about my business later. I'm leaving the Sea of True Meaning. Wait for me. I don't know if she went in smoothly this time. Luo Zheng was in trouble. He was besieged by the man-eating demon flower of the other shore in 7 Stars Province and could only hold on for 5 days. What? He is our only hope. He must not die. The 7 Stars Province is close to the 3-folding pass. 5 days is too tight. I'll ask my husband to go. Didn't it mean that this person was in an outside world? Why did he suddenly appear in the Mother World? He was very cautious and never revealed where he was. If he hadn't encountered a crisis this time, he probably wouldn't have revealed it to me. Well, it would be nice to have such a person in our mountain. I hope Auntie can make it in time. Huh? Lanner, what makes you so anxious? You're so busy with the palace. You don't even care about your own son. Now someone can save Ming Xian from the whirlpool, but you need to take action. What? Calm down and tell me, what's going on? The situation is like this. Xiao Shuang entered the Sea of True Meaning some time ago and met it. He was able to save Xiao Shuang, so he should also have the ability to save others trapped in the whirlpool. So there's hope for Ming Xian. But this man is trapped in Dao Sword Palace in Seven Stars Province. It is said that this Dao Sword Palace is being besieged by a man-eating demon flower and can only hold out for 5 days. It's up to you. How could this happen? Dao Sword Palace? What? Master Hichi, do you have some connection with this Dao Sword Palace? Indeed, there's a bit of history. At that time, Qiu Yinhe planted some lofty swords and created several sects, but most of them were destroyed. Dao Sword Palace was one of the small sects that survived. I still remember that I rewarded them with a concealed divine ability. It is urgent, husband. Regardless of whether this matter is true or not, you have to go. Don't worry, Lon. Although Seven Stars Province is a long way away, 5 days is more than enough. I'll use the guiding sword to send John Ting brother. Going to 7 Star State won't take 5 days, 3.5 days at most. I'll accompany you. 1 incense stick of time later. I don't know if Xiao Shuang can invite the 5-star Supreme One Protector. I'm back. My uncle has already set off, so you don't have to worry. Uncle? Is he a 5-star Supreme One Protector? He's much better than that. Don't worry. It's just that I might need you to rescue my cousin, the one I told you about, who's caught in the whirlpool. This is what I wanted to ask you just now. After all, you are the only one in this world who can save him. It is not difficult for me to take away the candle. Since your uncle personally came to rescue us, I will definitely help. I just hope you can help me keep the secret of entering the sea with my physical body, because it concerns my future path in the Sea of True Meaning and even at the other shore. Don't worry, I won't say anything, and I want to go to the other shore with you. Could you tell me your uncle's name? I want to report back to the palace outside, to put them at ease. His name is Lynn Janting. I understand, then I will go and report first. I met a member of the Bear clan. Those idiots were so arrogant that they not only refused to help me, but also mocked me. In the eyes of those disciples from prestigious sects, a small force like Dao Sword Palace being destroyed is nothing worth mentioning. Even in the eyes of Supreme One Heavenly Palace, our Dao Sword Palace is not important. Otherwise, Senior Qiu would not just throw down a lofty sword and let us fend for ourselves. Luo Zheng, you're back. How did it go? I found my friend, and they've sent someone over. Are they from Supreme One Heavenly Palace? I don't know. I only know that his surname is Lin and his given name is Janting. Does Qiu Xuegong know him? Surname Lin? There's no Lin family in Supreme One Heavenly Palace. But this name does seem familiar to me. I remembered, this Lin Janting is not Supreme One Protector. Not even Supreme One Protector, let alone 5 days, even 5 years wouldn't be enough for him to arrive. By then, our bones would have turned to dust. Because Lin Janting was not from the main line of Supreme One Heavenly Palace, he naturally would not join Supreme One Protector. But he is as famous as Senior Kiwayan, so it makes no sense for him to join Supreme One Protector. What? Luo Zheng can invite such a character. Luo Zheng, you didn't just randomly inquire about a person's name in the Sea of True Meaning and come here to deceive us. Brother Qiu Yi, there is no need for Luo Zheng to lie to us. We can just wait with peace of mind. I believe him. Yes, when did Luo Zheng deceive us? If you don't believe him, do you have any other ideas? The twins in this palace have similar talents, but their conduct is worlds apart. In this case, everyone can just wait with peace of mind. With that person's level, he should be able to make it in time. 3 days later, there seems to be something going on. Have reinforcements arrived? The person who will guide you from the Supreme One Heavenly Palace has arrived. I will extinguish your hopes right away. He sigh. I'm afraid that the person who is being escorted will suffer some unexpected disaster. It's a pity. 1 incense stick of time later. The envoy sent by the Supreme One Heavenly Palace has only this much strength. I even laid out a great array. It was completely unnecessary. Aren't you afraid of provoking the wrath of the Supreme One Heavenly Palace by killing people like this? I am naturally afraid of the wrath of the Supreme One Heavenly Palace, but how could the legitimate human orthodoxy pay attention to such minor characters? Dao Sword Palace itself is a small sect abandoned on the edge of Supreme One Heavenly Palace. Although the Dao Sword Palace is unknown, Luo Zheng is the figure appointed by the Senior Kiwayan. If he cannot return to Supreme One Heavenly Palace, Senior Chiu will definitely. By then, I will have already left 7 Stars Province, but how many days can you survive? The next evening, 7 Stars City. This place is even worse than expected. The man-eating demon flower has destroyed the city. I didn't approve of Chiu Inha starting a sect in such a ghost place. He spilled the seeds but had no intention of taking care of them, and now the humans here are the ones who suffer. I'll go underground and kill the man-eating demon flower king's true form. Master Hichi, I'll leave the demons to you. Down. It is rare for a man-eating demon flower to grow to this level. This man-eating demon flower inner elixir is of no use to me. Here you go. Then I'll take it. Coincidentally, the person Brother Zhan Ting wants to rescue is still 3,000 miles north of Dao Sword Palace. And I sensed that the concealed divine ability power of Heaven-Earth Umbrella, which was given to them back then, was also unfolding 3,000 miles to the north. And this umbrella can only last 5 days. Haha, it seems that I owe you a favor again, Master Hichi. Without further ado, let's go over there quickly. What happened in 7 Star City? Why is there such a big movement? I'll go check it out. Both humans and demons are dead, what else is there to see? When did these 2 people appear, and why didn't I notice them at all? And their cultivation is beyond my reach. Why would such powerful beings appear here? That's Master Hichi. What, he is Master Hichi? That person who is one of the 3 great heavenly ministers and is as famous as Chiu Inha in Supreme One Heavenly Palace? Luo Zheng could actually ask for such reinforcements. Luo Zheng's origins have always been mysterious. The fact that he could summon such a figure shows his extraordinary background. But why would someone like him join a small place like the Dao Sword Palace? Who is Luo Zheng? I am. Ha! I'm glad you're alive. I heard Xiao Shuang say you can save my son's life? Yes. Good. I hope you won't let me down. Although these 2 people did not show any killing intent, the aura from their movements is definitely not something we can deal with. There's no point in running away. Why? How can it be? He is just a disciple of the palace. What does he have to offer? Tell me, who trapped you here, and who do you want to kill? Don't you know what's going on? Why don't you kill them quickly? Keep your voice down. This powerful man is obviously telling everyone that he came across so many big provinces just to help Luo Zheng. He, and these foreign races, they all deserve to die. Run. Humph, what a whim. In front of him, the master of the Dao Sword Palace is just like a dog or a chicken. It's no different than the death of the Dark Rong race people who first entered the other shore. Yeah, and he didn't seem like he was trying his best and seemed to just take it easy. I don't know what happened to the Dao Sword Palace. It has been standing for so many years and suddenly collapsed. The person who was just killed by Master Lynn is our palace master. This matter may have started with the death of the old palace master a few years ago. That's how it happened. The terrain of 7 Stars Province is desolate, and Chiu Inhai was forced to open up from a demon territory. It was extremely difficult to begin with. It is very difficult for you to be able to persist for so long. This place doesn't hold as much value as we thought. Moreover, the trade routes you've opened have indeed made those merchant alliances wealthy. I see no reason for the remaining people to stay here. They should be sent back to the Supreme One Heavenly Palace for Chiu Inhai to take care of. Can we directly enter the Supreme One Heavenly Palace? This is the goal we pursue throughout our lives. Yes, in the past, based on our talents, it was difficult to be selected by the Supreme One Heavenly Palace. This can be regarded as a blessing in disguise. Am I not dreaming? Where there is Luo Zheng, there are incredible things. I, Lai Huabei, not only entered the Dao Sword Palace, but now I can even touch the Supreme One Heavenly Palace. Well, we are all used to it. He is such an amazing person. That's one solution, but it still depends on their own choices. We also aspire to join the Supreme One Heavenly Palace. Especially Qiu Shengshui, with his talent and character, it is possible for him to become Supreme One Protector when he goes to Supreme One Heavenly Palace. But we were born in Dao Sword Palace after all, and have stayed here all our lives. Now that Dao Sword Palace is in trouble, how can we just leave? Although 7 Star City was destroyed, there are still more than a dozen big cities in 7 Star Province. If we all leave, the people may be swallowed up by monsters sooner or later, and 7 Stars Province will return to the wilderness. That's why we decided to stay and rebuild the 7 Stars province. But we hope you can give these disciples a chance to join Supreme One Heavenly Palace. Okay, I respect your decision. I will restore the lofty sword. Under the protection of the sword, I believe that one day, this place will be able to return to its past. Thank you, Master Hichi. The rest of the disciples, enter my inner world. I'll take you to the Supreme One Heavenly Palace together. That's great. One day later, Lynn Mansion's courtyard. Antlon, I just learned from Luo Zheng that they're all safe now. And my uncle will take them back to Supreme One Heavenly Palace. Great, Xianer is finally saved. Since Luo Zheng is coming to Supreme One Heavenly Palace, Antlon, see if you can bring him to Tauelfriotoeota Mountain. His talent is extraordinary, even grandmother thinks highly of him. Well, just because he can physically enter the sea, we will definitely welcome such a talent. I will discuss it with him when Lin Zhanting comes back. 2 days later, Tai Mountain Square. What is this place? Not Supreme One Heavenly Palace, but Tai Mountain? What kind of canopy is this that covers all the stars? That's not a canopy. That's Tai Mountain. It's just that Tai Mountain is so high, you're at the foot of the mountain, and the mountain covers the sky and earth. Who is Luo Zheng? Aunt Lon, don't be in such a hurry, let me guess. This is not a guess, their cultivation level is not enough, only I have passed the second line, and I can tell it based on the true meaning aura. Are you Luo Zheng? You are able to save my son from the whirlpool? Why does this lady have such a polite tone? It is completely different from Lin Zhanting's politeness. Perhaps she's eager to save her son. Very good, then you stay, and other irrelevant people can be sent away. Aunt Lon, what are you doing? Even if only Luo Zheng can save someone, there's no need to send the others away, right? Ah? Was it all just a dream? These people came with me. If it's inconvenient for them to stay here, naturally, we would leave together. My husband saved you, and you promised to save my son. It's a matter of reciprocity. But is Tai Mountain a place you can just leave as you wish? Aunt Lon, why have you changed all of a sudden? This isn't what we agreed on. I will certainly fulfill my promise to save your son. I heard from Xiao Shuang that your son is trapped on the 6th line. I am still on the 2nd line. When I reach the 6th line one day, I will naturally rescue your son. Goodbye. It's a trivial matter for my Tai Mountain to help you cross the 6th line. When my son leaves the whirlpool, there will be rewards you can't imagine. You will regret leaving Tai Mountain for the rest of your life. I'm saving your son solely because Lin Zhanting saved my life. As for any rewards, I have never thought about them, let alone have any regrets. Luo Zheng, my aunt is very eager to save her son, but her words are a bit unpleasant. Don't take it personally. Otherwise, you should stay in Tai Mountain. I won't take it to heart. Once I cross the 6th line, I will fulfill my promise to come back and save your cousin. As for staying at Tai Mountain, there's no need. That's right, Luo Zheng is a person who had instant enlightenment. He mastered the true meaning of eternal sword in one go. If this place does not hold him, another place will. Instant enlightenment? Luo Zheng, you had instant enlightenment? Let's meet at the sea of true meaning. Aunt Lon Luo Zheng is someone even grandma pays attention to. Yes, mother, he is the one who wants to save me. Why do you treat his friend like this? My brother-in-law sincerely rescued the person, yet, Aunt Lon, you managed to drive him away with just a few words. Alas. This is actually Zhanting's idea. What do you mean? After all, he's the one who entered the sea of true meaning with a physical body. If we really wanted to keep him, let alone bringing 100 people, even 1,000, our Tai Mountain could easily accommodate them. In fact, when Zhanting brought Luo Zheng back, Tai Mountain was already aware. The messenger sent by Supreme One Heavenly Palace before us has been killed by the Dark Rong race. Besides, this kid has instant enlightenment. Qiao Inha has already appointed him to join Tai Mountain. Zhan Ting also argued with the other party, but finally backed down. Forget it, the foundation of Supreme One Heavenly Palace is indeed deeper than ours. It's also a good choice for Luo Zheng to join them. Ling Shuang, I'm sorry, I couldn't fulfill your previous request. It's okay, Aunt Lon, I understand. However, even if Luo Zheng cannot be allowed to join, there is no need to treat others like this. Since he couldn't come to Tai Mountain, and he is a rare talent, I decided to use his plan to test him. Don't you want to explore the sea of true meaning with him in the future? I will take advantage of the situation to stimulate him and see how far he can go with these disciples. The first test is at the bottom of the mountain. This Taivi mountain isn't Supreme One Heavenly Palace to take itself so seriously. It's a little strange. As soon as we arrived at Tai Mountain, the other party's face changed. I always felt that something was unreasonable. I also feel that the other party is not completely ignorant of us, and it is very unreasonable to adopt such an attitude. It's just that so many of us have come all the way here and don't know where to go. Don't worry, there is always a way. Let's understand the situation first before making a decision. A stick incense of time. Wall of swords. What kind of wall is this? I've heard of it. It's the famous Wall of Swords. No wonder there are so many swords hanging on it, but why make such a wall? Supreme One Heavenly Palace is located in the Middle Kingdom. As a traditional human power, thousands of people come to worship it every day. But Supreme One Heavenly Palace cannot conduct assessments every day, so a wall was erected here. Crossing the sword wall is the first step to join Supreme One Heavenly Palace. If that's the case, I'm afraid this wall isn't that easy to cross, is it? It's easy and difficult at the same time. If one's compatibility with the sword path is high, naturally, they can pass it in one go. If not, they might never be able to cross this wall in their lifetime. Compatibility? I have instant enlightenment, and the sword wall should not be a problem for me, but what about these academy disciples? This is our territory, you losers should step back. Get out of here. It's this kind of scene again, alas. Your territory? Where is your name engraved on this place? You don't know the rules, do you? Cold. So cold. Why do you have to kill people when you can talk to them? Who are you? A useless piece of trash with no strength. What qualifications do you have to talk to me? Today, none of you have eyes. I'll make an example out of someone. Sword condensing power. What? Do you know who I am? If you mess with me, you will die. What qualifications does a useless piece of trash with no strength have to talk to me? Stop it. You are dead. This is the young master of our Wang family. Brother. I'm here. Avenge me. Who dares to cause trouble here will be killed without mercy. Wang Zi, a disciple of Dragon City. Brother. He was the one who tried to kill me. You want to kill my brother? Of course not. If I really wanted to, he would have been a corpse already. Interesting. Under the Wall of Swords, there are very few idiots who don't understand the rules. I also find it quite interesting, rarely do so many trashes appear one after another. Ha! Wang Zi, even a pariah outside Middle Kingdom, dare to call you trash. You dare to provoke me? I never provoke a trash. In this case, let me help you understand. Who is the trash? Luo Zheng, watch out. His soul has already crossed the 8- line, and he is only one step away from reaching the other shore. It's okay. Still talking tough. Die. True meaning of nature. Ha! You will die wherever you run. Are you so desperate that you still want to fight to the death? Die. Sword destruction power. It's so cold that I can't help but shiver from such a distance. I don't know if Luo Zheng can bear it. The sword destruction power is a true legacy of the Wang family. Its power is indeed extraordinary. That guy is probably dead. Ha! This is what happens when you go against the Wang family. The coldness in the white mist not only limited my speed, but also kept cutting into my body. Fortunately, his understanding of true meaning was not deep enough to cause actual harm to my body. How? How did he come out unscathed? I'm sure I can't withstand the merging energy on his sword. Oh no. Who's granting whom death? No. You can't kill me. You'll regret it. Just a lowly commoner, rebelling against the heavens. If you kill Wang Zi, you'll have nowhere to bury yourself. In the past, in the god's domain, disciples rarely died due to fights. Since I came to the mother world, death is so common. Stop it. After entering the Dao Sword Palace, I found out that the human race is not in a mainstream position, having to fight against numerous foreign races and demon races. The internal strife within the races is even more intense. Unexpectedly, Supreme One Heavenly Palace is even worse. How could this happen? Brother. Wang Xiao, Master of Dragon City. How dare you? How dare you kill a member of my palace under the Wall of Swords? You're looking for death. Senior, you must seek justice for my brother Wang Zi. He wants to kill me. Can't I fight back? Are all the people from your heavenly palace so unreasonable? What a joke. He guards the sword wall for the palace and maintains order and rules. So how can he be unreasonable? Maintaining order and rules? A group of us were waiting here, and that person's brother came to cause trouble for us. He started to attack us without saying a word, and then that person used the word rules to take my life. What a way to maintain order and rules, using it as an excuse to kill. How sharp. What a sharp tongue. You're not a member of my heavenly palace. You and Wang Zi are worlds apart. That's the truth. If you dare to kill my heavenly palace's disciples, you deserve to die. At this moment, the true meaning of eternal sword has been restored. If he really wants to kill me, I might have to stake everything on the sword's seal. By the way, am I not the only one who can save Lin Mingxian? They drove us out of Tai Mountain, so they really don't care about my safety? This is very suspicious. Forget it, let's deal with this old man first. But I can't resist the killing intent in this sword. The soaring snake sword. If I use it now, there will be endless troubles. But there is no other way. Wang Xiao, this man cannot be killed. Dragon City Guard, Lu Jin. Wang Hai, you cannot kill this person. Why not? Wang Zi can't die in vain. I don't care. Die. You idiot. You're not listening to me anymore? Do you really want to force me to take action? Is this lord acquainted with Luo Zheng? To protect him like this? If there was such a relationship, it should have been mentioned earlier to avoid such contempt. Cough, cough, cough. Final advice, stay out of this. I'll leave you to it. We'll see. Ugh. I advise you to leave as soon as possible. If you enter the wall of swords, I might have to do it myself. I'm not a loser like Wang Zi. If you fall into my hands, your life will be worse than death. My life has always been here. If you have the capability, come and take it. All of you are so good with your tongues. From now on, you'd better speak based on your ability. An arrogant trash like you would generally not survive more than 3 days within the wall of swords. Hope you can get in soon. Remember my name, I'm Zhao Hao. Wait. What? Did you suddenly change your mind and want to beg for mercy? Or do you have any last words? Zhao Ling. What's your name again? What? My name is Zhao. You. Sorry, I have a bad memory. I generally don't remember the names of trash. I didn't know that Brother Luo Zheng has such a sense of humor like this. You are seeking death. Don't be impulsive. Once he enters the wall of swords, we have 100 ways to kill him. Just wait. You. Don't come over here. It was my fault before. Please let me go. Relax. I told you, if I really wanted to kill you, you'd be dead already. I just want to ask, what's your compatibility with the true meaning of eternal sword? 20%. Only 20%? Why is it so low? For example, Qiu Yi and Yu Baiqing can recite more than 4,000 words at a time. Their compatibility is about 40% more. If it's only 20%, it should be very difficult to cross the sword wall. I think you seem to be very confident. I've spent many years practicing the true meaning of eternal sword. It is indeed difficult to cross the sword wall with my level. If you want to be recognized by the wall of swords, compatibility is actually only one aspect. There are other ways? This. Tell me. Yes, it's the sword spirit liquid. You can use the sword spirit liquid to increase your compatibility in a short time. An elixir that can increase compatibility level? Do you have it? Yes, this is the only one I have. Someone has integrated the true meaning of eternal sword into the liquid. It's similar to Luo Zheng's true meaning aura. Using the true meaning of others to improve your own compatibility? What a great trick. And it seems that Supreme One Heavenly Palace doesn't care about this cheating method. Can I make the sword spirit liquid myself? How is that possible? The person who makes this kind of sword spirit liquid has a perfect compatibility with the true meaning of eternal sword. He must be a genius who has instant enlightenment. How can ordinary people do it? My family paid a fortune for this bottle. If there is a perfect compatibility, can I do it myself? I don't know. Maybe. How many divine crystals is this bottle of sword spirit liquid worth? 20,000. How can it be so expensive? I'd have to pay my fortune to buy a bottle. I think there is a chance. After all, everyone knows Brother Luo Zheng's ability. I'll take this bottle. Are the liquids of your subordinates the same as this bottle? Of course not. Theirs is diluted, not as pure, and not that expensive. Give me a bottle of diluted sword spirit liquid, and you can go. Quick, bring me a bottle. Please take it, brother. Let's go. The diluted, true meaning aura is indeed much weaker. Brother Luo Zheng, with our talents, we don't have to enter the wall of swords. The sword spirit liquid is so expensive, I'm afraid it's too wasteful. Although I don't know the formula, I guess it's just a matter of absorbing the true meaning of eternal sword through some kind of spiritual liquid. I don't have the spiritual liquid, but I have this. Brother Luo Zheng's true meaning aura really merged smoothly with the spiritual fluid in the bottle. It's just like I thought, that's it, this is a bottle of sword spirit liquid with a decent purity. This bottle is for you. But it's too expensive, I can't take it. Brother Luo Zheng, let's sell it, this is 20,000 divine crystals. Take it, I have no shortage of divine crystals, you are my first friend in the mother world. I'll figure out a way for everyone to get the elixir too. Really? Can I also have the sword spirit liquid? My brother Luo Zheng is indeed the most reliable brother. I want to make a deal with you, using this bottle of perfect sword spirit liquid in exchange for the diluted sword spirit liquid. The more diluted, the better. It is really the true meaning of eternal sword. How many bottles do you want to exchange? You decide. Just a moment. Give me all your diluted sword spirit liquid. We'll pass the wall of swords today. These are all the sword spirit liquid we have. There is no bottle left. How about we exchange them with you? Okay, I like your sincerity. Here you go. Thank you for your cooperation. Thank you, brother. Farewell. Hey, let's make another bottle. Ready to exchange for more. With Brother Luo Zheng's method, using his own true meaning to make money, I wonder how much he can earn? He really has the confidence to make money based on his talent. Maybe he'll become a millionaire in a few days. Brother Luo Zheng made the sword spirit liquid himself for us to use, so there should be no problem. But if it is sold in large quantities, it may be difficult. Why? These vials seem to come from the same workshop, which meant that everyone came to this workshop to buy and sell, and it probably already had a monopoly. I guess Supreme One Heavenly Palace is selling it. Otherwise, how could they tolerate such an unfair thing? If Brother Luo Zheng sells them himself, there will probably be problems. One incense stick of time later. Everyone's sword spirit liquid is ready, please take it. Thank you, Brother Luo Zheng. I can also experience the true meaning of eternal sword. Thank you, Brother Luo Zheng. But what are you going to do with the remaining liquid? If you sell it in large quantities, you may be targeted by people in the Supreme One Heavenly Palace. You've already made a lot of enemies, so you'd better be careful. Thanks for the reminder, I know what to do. How to use it? Should I put it on the sword? Or should I drink it directly? Luo Zheng, do you know how to use it? I don't know either. But there are so many people here waiting to get over the wall of swords, let's see what they do then. One incense stick of time later. It's begun. God bless me, I must pass this time. This is the most important challenge of my life. The wall of swords has been opened. Those who are willing to join the Supreme One Heavenly Palace can climb over this wall by hanging your sword on the wall. Are the rules that simple? Don't take it lightly, leaving a sword on the wall is never easy. It turns out that it is meant to be drank, so I will drink it too. It's incredible. As soon as the liquid was in my stomach, the surge aura of true meaning rushed straight into my mind. I feel like my understanding of the true meaning of eternal sword has reached a new level. Yes, if this sword spirit liquid can be provided in unlimited quantities, we can all enter the sea of true meaning in a short time. It's okay to feel the perfect true meaning occasionally, but to enter the sea of true meaning, we still need to be practical. Come on, let's all climb over this wall together. Everyone be aware, a strong force of resistance is emanating from the wall of swords. Indeed, it's repelling my progress. Without the elixir, it would be hard to take a step. These people looked quite relaxed. I wonder if they had taken sword spirit liquid. Hey, did you drink the sword spirit liquid? No, I didn't. It seems that your compatibility is very high, maybe you can also become a flag master. Flag master? What is that? The young men in white clothes inside the wall of swords seem to call the old man flag master. You don't even know this? All those who climb over the wall of swords must be attached to the name of a flag master before they can move forward. Therefore, after passing the sword wall, you must either join a flag master's side or become a flag master yourself. Is that so? How to become a flag master? There. Hang your sword on the top floor of the wall of swords. The fewer swords, the higher it goes. There are 6 levels in this wall of swords. Since crossing the sword wall still requires finding a flag master, why not establish my own flag? The very top, huh? Let me give it a try. That's fast. My compatibility with the true meaning of eternal sword reached 70%, and I thought he might be a little weaker than me. Could it be that his compatibility is 90% or higher? The pressure is increasing. Fortunately, this pressure is derived from the true meaning of eternal sword, so it is not difficult to overcome. You really dare to come up here? It seems like this guy is planning to become a flag master? He doesn't know what he's doing. If he defected to other flag masters, he might be in trouble. Being the flag master himself would be seeking death. Success. I wonder what happened to the others. It seems that the sword spirit liquid is indeed quite useful. One incense stick of time later. Although they can't hang their swords to the top, they should all pass. If Chiu Shuegon was here, she would be pleased. These people are all powerful people in the other shore, and those holding the flagpole should all be the flag masters. Hey! Finally, we're up. Thanks to Brother Luo Zheng for preparing the sword spirit liquid for everyone. The liquid can only help a little, but it still depends on everyone's own efforts. Now that we're all here, it's time to take the next step. What's the next step? I heard that the rule is that after passing the wall of swords, you must join the team of the existing flagmaster. Those flagmasters are here to recruit new people. Now, we have to choose whether to attach to someone else or establish our own flag. Newcomers to the wall of swords need to choose a flagmaster. Join me and I will ensure your prosperity and wealth. I am Zhuotong, the flagmaster. Choose me, no one here dares to touch you. Under my flag. Master Wang Xiao said that anyone who dares to take this kid under his flag will be his enemy. I hope all flagmasters will consider it carefully in their hearts. This guy actually pissed off Wang Xiao. Wang Zhao's side isn't easy to mess with. Anyway, if you offend Master Wang, you'll regret it. Little guy, join me, I'm Hao Lin, I'm not afraid of Wang Xiao. You can also join my team. Dear flagmasters, I have no intention of joining anyone's team. No? You're planning to become a flag master? That's right. Flag masters have greater authority, but they also face many troubles and even conflicts between flag masters. If you offend Wang Xiao, it will definitely be difficult for you later. It is safer to find a flag master to protect you. That's right. Besides, you haven't been to the other shore yet, are you really not afraid? I have indeed not crossed over to the other shore yet, but I believe that I will eventually be able to cross over in a few days. In a few days? You're so confident. I can only wish you good luck. Uncle Hao Lin. Sorry, I didn't get the first place, and the sword only stayed on the 5th level. It doesn't matter. Xiaochen, you've done well already. My friend, joining my Uncle Hao Lin is definitely the right choice. Let's not talk about how difficult it is to be a flag master. First of all, the flag master is required to have more than 50 people under his command. Can you recruit so many people in a short period of time? 50? Coincidentally, the brothers who came with me this time have also climbed over the wall of sword, so there are enough of them. I choose to be a flag master myself. Would you like to join me? What do you say? Of course, we'll continue to follow you. Since he has grand ambitions and is fearless, let him be. Are all these people following that kid? That guy has an unusual background, right? Which wealthy family does he come from? One incense stick of time later. Many people have crossed over, let's go recruit other disciples. Old Wang. Don't compete with me this time, leave some for me. Since you are determined to be the flag master, I will no longer invite you. 1,000 miles north from here is the foot of Tai Mountain, there lies Dragon City, where you can receive your flag outside the city. What is the purpose of the flag? He really doesn't know anything. All materials and tasks released by Supreme One Heavenly Palace are in Dragon City, and only the flag master can enter Dragon City. You'll find out when you go to collect the flag and... You must get the flag before dark, or you will be in danger. Hurry up and good luck. Got it? Thanks for the advice. There's only an hour left. Let's get going. Dragon City. Stop. Only the flag master can enter Dragon City. I am the flag master, but I don't know where to get the flag. He's not even from the other shore? Over there. So there's a small door here. It's strange that this old man has no power fluctuations at all. He's not even as good as the ordinary citizens of God's domain. How does one manage to conceal their presence to such an extent? Are you here to receive the flag? I heard that only one person hung his sword on the 6th level of the Wall of Swords today. Is that you? That's me. Take it. Before dark, you have to find your own territory and plant the flagpole on the ground. Otherwise, others can attack you at any time, and your death will be in vain. Just put it in the ground? Can I put a flagpole in any vacant lot out there? Anywhere, as long as you can fit it in. Thank you, sir. I'll take my leave now. How hard can it be? But looking at the old man's smile, I'm afraid it's not that simple. Let's try it first. How's it going? Did you get the flag? I got it. We have to plant the flag before dark, otherwise we may be in trouble. Let's find a place quickly. There's an open space here, I'll go try. Such a strong force. How? The ignorant boy wants to plant the flagpole at the edge of the Dragon City. How can this piece of land be touched by a small flag master? Flags are not allowed near Dragon City? I didn't say you can't insert it. It's just that the closer you get to Dragon City, the harder it is to insert the flag. Even other shore beings find it difficult, yet you dared to think of it. Hee. It's going to get dark soon, and there isn't much time left for you. No wonder that old man said, "Let's go, everyone, hurry up and let's go to the outer area." There are a lot of flags up ahead. Let's find a suitable site around here. There's a vacant lot over there. Follow me, everyone. Get lost. You haven't even reached the other shore yet, and you still want to take this territory from me? You'll have to find another place. Luo Zheng, there is still an open space here. Kid, there's no place for you here. They're obviously targeting me. Is Wang Xiao behind this? If you want to blame yourself for being stupid. If you were smarter and chose to join Hao Lin's team, we really can't do anything to you, but it's a pity that you have to set up your own flag. You won't survive tonight. So it's really you guys. Very good, I won't plant this flagpole anymore. Let's see if I can survive tonight. Brother Luo, don't fight with them. Come over here, I can give you some space. Flag Master Yin. Are you really going to oppose Wang Xiao? I don't want to go against Wang Xiao, but I just want to remind him that there are some people he can't mess with. Oh? Thank you Master Yin for the reminder. I might as well remind Master Yin that if you offend Master Wang, you will have to pay a price. Thank you, Master Yin. But I can handle this on my own. The most important thing is to stabilize your footing first, and no one will dare to say anything if you kill all those people who are targeting you in the future. It's only difficult for you to be so aggressive. Did someone tell you something? Don't make it difficult for me. This Yin Yuehuan was usually resolute and ruthless, and countless flag masters died in her hands. Why is she so kind to Luo Zheng today? She even begged him to plant his flag? Qiu Inha already knows about my talent and wants to take Epsilon to Supreme One Heavenly Palace. I am the only one who can save Lin Zhanting's son. Is Master Yin sent by one of them? What's the point of this? Forget it. For the sake of my disciples. Let's agree to her first. Okay. Then, Master Yin, I'm sorry to bother you then. I can let you have half of my territory, you can plant your flag here. Well, thank you Master Yin, what else do we need to do now? You'll know it soon when it gets dark. What a beautiful starry sky. Yes, it is different from the stars I have seen before. Oh no. The stars are falling. What a pure aura of true meaning. This sword rain is more than 10 times more beneficial to understanding the true meaning than the lofty sword. So this is how the disciples of Supreme One Heavenly Palace are treated? No wonder they obstructed Brother Luo Zheng from inserting the flag. If the flag hadn't absorbed the rain of swords, all of us would have been stabbed into a sieve. Everyone, seize the opportunity to understand the true meaning in the rain of swords. It's time for me to enter the sea of true meaning again. Luo Zheng. Sorry, Aunt Lon is not usually like this. She has something to hide. Don't worry, I will definitely save her son. You should also be a person from Supreme One Heavenly Palace. I won't make it difficult for you. He is thinking about me. But it seems that he's still upset about Aunt Lon. The infiltration effect of Sword Rain is comparable to that of Soul Pill. I'll take this opportunity to break through a few more lines. The Sea of True Meaning. Wait for me. Are you planning to break through to the 4th line? Isn't your cousin still waiting for me to save his life? But there's no need to be so hasty. Why is the seawater in front of me light yellow? Stop, there is a whirlpool ahead. A whirlpool? Why is it yellow? If a whirlpool appears in a certain sea area, all major clans will find ways to dye the seawater there as a warning. That's why there's a whirlpool up ahead. Oh, then I will go around. Wait. Luo Zheng, have you noticed something's wrong with you? What do you mean? I heard you've entered Dragon City. Maybe it's not because of Aunt Lon. After entering Dragon City, have you felt a bit restless? Or do you always want to rush forward, even a little competitive? Yes, ever since I entered Dragon City, I have been a little impulsive in doing things. Is there any other reason besides Wang Xiao and Zhao Hao? You are probably influenced by Dragon City. Dragon City is a huge poison, constantly attracting people from the 9 heavens and 10 states to join it. The threshold for entering the city is not high, but those who can stand out in Dragon City can become the best Supreme One protectors. Among them, some people with mediocre talents became even more powerful than the geniuses from Tai Mountain. So, from the moment I was brought here, I was treated as a parasite and thrown into Dragon City? After all, they will not have any ill intentions toward you, and they are reluctant to let you die. I guess they have found someone to help you secretly. So you want to sharpen me? No matter what, you will definitely not go wrong in choosing Supreme One Heavenly Palace, not to mention I will help you. It seems that this Dragon City really has an impact on me. Ling Shuang is so sincere, but I was a little cold towards her just now, and I shouldn't be like this. I see. I'm sorry, I was a bit cold to you just now, I almost let you down. It's okay. I'm glad you're not mad, let's move on together. Squeak. You guys. Wait a minute. It's the Ear Mice clan, and there's a good chance that he's coming to us for no good. Squeak, I heard there's a human who can destroy the whirlpool. Seeing that you didn't panic at all when you stopped next to the whirlpool, Squeak, so I guess it's one of you? As expected of the Ear Mice clan, the news spread so quickly. As you can see, I'm trapped in the whirlpool. If you can rescue me, I am willing to pay 15 million divine crystals. Plus a secret key to the other shore. That's so much. Even for Tai Mountain, that's no small sum. This ear mouse must have a high status in its clan. Grandpa left me a huge amount of money, so I won't use it until critical moments. Nowadays, it does cost money. Tau Omicron lead the disciples of the academy to set up flags on their own. Yes, that's me. How do we proceed? And what is this other shore key you mentioned? So it's you. The other shore key is the key to opening temples in the other shore, containing rare other shore tokens. A key is priced over 10 million in the market. It depends on the rarity of the key. As for the divine crystal, you can choose a location and we can deliver it. Now it is a piece of cake for me to unravel the whirlpool, and the reward is pretty good. Okay. Please send 15 million divine crystals to Tai Mountain, and I will save you after receiving them. Pay the divine crystal to you first? Squeak. We just met, why should I believe that you can break the whirlpool? If you don't believe me, then forget it. Goodbye. Wait. Squeak, 3 days. Within 3 days I will collect all the divine crystals and send them to Tai Mountain. Since we have to wait for him to gather the divine crystals, let's stop here for now. I'll have to trouble you at Tai Mountain. Don't worry, as long as he really sends the divine crystals, I'll be sure to deliver them to you as soon as possible. Well, I'll see you later. Great, our relationship is back to normal. I look forward to meeting him in Dragon City soon. Morning outside Dragon City. I've achieved 60% comprehension. Unbelievable. After only one night of soaking in the true meaning, I have realized 70% of the true meaning of Eternal Sword. In just one night, he had already crossed the 4- line. He is worthy of being a man who dares to set up his own flag. You flatter me. Thanks to the help of Flag Master Een, everyone has improved a lot. You are welcome. You haven't been to Dragon City yet, right? I'll take you in and take a look. But only the master can enter the city. What about my team? Just let them stay with my disciples. The other flag masters won't do anything. Yes, their target is me, so there is no need to make things difficult for these disciples. I'll follow you into the city. Dragon City. This is the only sword of the second-rate Xuanzuan Taoist treasure. Don't miss it if you pass by 1 bottle of sword spirit liquid for 20,000 divine crystals. Would you like a bottle? The flag master is not the master or family of his subordinates, so why should he pay so much for his subordinates? Naturally, there are benefits. As long as the number of people under your flag reaches 10,000, you can be promoted to Master of the League. Only the Master of the League can participate in the assessment of Supreme One Protector. In addition, in order for us to support new people, Supreme One Heavenly Palace will provide a certain monthly subsidy. I see. Hey, there are a lot of people gathered in front of us. What are they doing? This man is testing his divine megatons. It is a 6-linked fractal divine sword, and the sword skills are good, but the token from the other side is too poor. It is just an ordinary heavenly cyan stone. What is the divine megaton? Divine megaton is a unit of strength that represents the combined power of oneself and their other shore token when delivering a full force strike. The man just now has the 2 divine megatons. I'm going to show you how to test your divine megatons, so watch carefully. This female flag owner actually has the power of 11 divine megatons. And her token seems to be an auxiliary type, not an enhanced type, otherwise it could be higher. The power of my other shore token itself is not outstanding, it can barely reach this number. Do you want to try it and see how far your power can reach? Me? But I haven't stepped into the other shore yet. It doesn't matter. In fact, the power of divine megaton is measured by the most common heavenly cyan stone in the other shore. The power emitted by an ordinary piece of heavenly cyan stone is exactly 1 divine megaton. You can also test the gap between yourself and the other shore. Okay, I'll try it then. Since I don't have a token of the other shore, I'll try the energy of the merging Tao energy. Is this the power of merging Tao energy? How many? Or dozens? No, I'm afraid there are thousands of divine Da. What kind of power is that? It doesn't seem to be the true meaning of Tao. And it's not on the other shore yet. Are there still people who are not from the other shore serving as flag master these days? But it feels like he's giving off a lot of energy. So how much power can this merging Tao energy achieve? I also want to know. Sort of the Tao. Did my strike just reach 1 divine megaton? Is this real? He's not even from other shore. Flag master? Yes, because I haven't practiced any true meaning divine ability yet. If I'm not mistaken, you haven't even used the true meaning of Tao, right? Although the power of divine megaton started in the other shore, but the flag master just now used the heavenly cyan stone and his true meaning divine ability to barely reach the power of 2 divine megatons. You have just crossed the 4th dash line, and you are actually able to do it without your true meaning divine ability or tokens from the other shore. Perhaps you don't need to come to Dragon City at all. Just go directly to the top of Tai Mountain. Come on, what's so great about this is that even ordinary people can achieve it by spending a lot of time merging divine Daos. That is, not many idiots are willing to waste time on merging divine Daos. Just pick up any token from the other shore and fuse it, it will be much more powerful than this. Really? I wonder how strong Flag Master CUI was before he crossed to the other shore? I wonder if he was even 1/10 as strong as Luo here? Don't pay attention to them. Once you cross to the other shore, these people won't even be qualified to hold your footing. Since you haven't practiced a true meaning divine ability yet, how about I take you to pick out some true meaning divine abilities? That's great, then I'll thank you, Flag Mastering. Teleportation array at the top of Tai Mountain. Call your mountain master. Please tell me what you want so that I can pass on the message. I'll pass it on to you. 1 incense stick of time later. I didn't expect that Lord Jinhuang would have to go here in person. I have only one request, that is, I want to meet that person. That is classified. Father, once Luo Zheng's identity is known to the Earmice clan, he'll surely be traded. When it becomes public knowledge, it won't be good for him or Tai Mountain. Sorry, it is really not convenient for this person to show up. Now that Lord Jinhuang has gathered the divine crystals, we can inform him tonight to rescue your people. How can I feel at ease if I can't even see the person in charge of such a huge transaction? If Lord Jinhuang insists on meeting, we don't mind canceling the deal. Fine. I hope Tai Mountain won't let us down. Here's the other shore secret key, take it? Lord Jinhuang, please rest assured. The Earmice clan is really generous. The mouse trapped in the whirlpool must be the son of the Mouse Emperor. They are famous for their different voices, so it must be a little hard to hear. Yup. He's smart enough to rely on us to avoid risk. Without Tai Mountain, it would have been really difficult for him to obtain this amount of divine crystals and the key. I'll send it to him right away. Dragon City True Meaning Sword Pavilion. Are all these divine abilities related to the true meaning of Eternal Sword? As the legitimate lineage of the human race, the Supreme One Heavenly Palace has accumulated these over countless years. The divine ability on the first floor don't require a high compatibility with the true meaning of Tao. You can take them freely and return them within a year. Oh, it can be borrowed for free. That's nothing. The sword manuals on the first floor are quite common. Let's go to the second floor. The sword manuals on the second floor are generally provided for flag masters to practice, but there's a rental fee, 8,000 divine crystals for each. On the third floor, there is also the true meaning of eternal sword manuals there too? Yes, there is. But ordinary people cannot afford the true meaning of eternal sword manuals on the third floor. Apart from a few masters of the league, flag masters don't dare to go up there. Is it because of the high price? Not just the high price. The sword manuals on the third floor are also known as Supreme Sword Manuals, and they require extremely stringent compatibility with the true meaning of Eternal Sword. There's a requirement for compatibility? That's right, it is said that the requirements for compatibility is often as high as 80% or 90%. There are even ones that require a perfect compatibility. so I suggest you just choose on the second floor. Since I have instant enlightenment, the compatibility with the true meaning of eternal sword is definitely not a problem. As for the price, 15 million divine crystals from the ear mouse may be enough. I still want to go up to the third floor to take a look. Alright, I will accompany you up. So, the third floor looks like this? It seems we've entered an illusion. These must be the Supreme Sword manuals. Follow the patterns under our feet. If you take even one step over the line, you will be blasted into pieces by the Thousand Swords thunder-killing formation. Luo Jing, forget it, there is no need to take this risk. We're already here, Supreme Sword manuals are full of the true meaning of eternal sword, it's a rare opportunity. 3 million. I'm afraid only the richest masters of the league can afford it. Sword pattern technique, priced at 3 million divine crystals. I never expected to be able to catch a glimpse of it in my life. Sword pattern technique? I wonder what's so special about this sword manual? The sword pattern technique is actually 2 divine abilities. One is a pupil technique divine ability, capable of spotting all flaws in the world. The second is a sword technique divine ability, able to shatter any flaw with a single strike. It sounds good, but in the final analysis, you still have to rely on your own cultivation, which doesn't mean much. Extinction of all beings sword manual. Practicing this divine ability allows one to maximize the power of their other shore relic, priced at 3.5 million divine crystals. Most of the powerful people in the other shore are unable to fully utilize their other shore tokens. Unless the other shore token is burned, it is possible to squeeze out the full power of the token. If you can cultivate such a supreme sword manual, you should be able to more than double your own strength, but it's a pity that it's too expensive. I'm still working on the fusion of the other shore token, so I'll just skip it for now. This is the Incomplete Merging Dao Energy Sword Manual, created by Eastern Emperor Tai. The Eastern Emperor Tai wanted to fuse 3,000 divine Daos into the sword divine ability and build a truth sword, but he failed. However, the reason for the failure was that the way of merging, it blocked all the way, not that there was an error in the Merging Divine Sword Manual. The Incomplete Merging Dao Energy Sword Manual requires the power of Dao merging. This is the most suitable sword manual for me. Although it is the work of Eastern Emperor Tai's painstaking efforts because it is incomplete, the price is only 1.5 million divine crystals. I'll take this book. Hey, this is a Dao divine ability, it does not contain the true meaning of Dao, and it is incomplete. I know. Have you ever merged divine Dao? In my modest capacity, I have indeed delved into the path of Dao merging, so this sword manual is suitable for me. Interesting. You're so young, and you dare say you've delved into the path of Dao merging? Have you merged 3 or 5 divine Daos? If you want to cultivate this sword manual, you need to merge at least 500 divine Daos. Only 500 divine Daos merged? Is this enough? Ha, that's enough. If you really want to take this book, go ahead. Thank you. The Last Pillar of Light. This is about the true meaning of eternal sword. In the ancient times, most people practiced the true meaning of nature, but Eastern Emperor Tai used his sword to cross the sea of true meaning to reach the other shore. And the Sanskrit written on this page of yellow paper was spread from the other shore. It turns out that the true meaning of eternal sword was not created by Eastern Emperor Tai. The 13 true meanings were created by those elusive beings. How could we have such wisdom? The outside world only spread rumors, but it was indeed Eastern Emperor Tai who brought this true/meaning to the world. The elusive beings. Presumably, it refers to the creatures on the other shore? So how much does this yellow paper cost? 10 million divine crystals to be borrowed for 1 day. 10 million divine crystals? And it can only be borrowed? Even though the Eastern Emperor Tai decoded the entire true meaning of eternal sword, there's additional information on this yellow paper. Just in case someone can decipher it. Don't say 10 million, 100 million is worth it. No one has been able to decipher it for so many years, even Eastern Emperor Tai himself. In my opinion, it is impossible to decipher it. Luo Zheng. Xiao Shuang? Why are you here? I also want to ask why you came to the 3rd floor of True Meaning Sword Pavilion. The prices for the Supreme Sword manuals here are exorbitant. If you want them, I could ask Aunt Ping to make copies for you. Supreme Sword manuals can just be copied? This girl talks so lightly. What is her identity? Who dares to break into my True Meaning Sword Pavilion? How dare you speak arrogantly? Okay, stop joking, Uncle Qing. Have you forgotten me? Xiao Shuang, what are you doing in Dragon City instead of practicing in Tai Mountain? Delivering something to someone? Take it. It should be the reward of the eared mouse, and it comes just in time. Thank you for coming all the way here. It's no big deal. Just tell me which book you like. In fact, I've picked out a book of true meaning to you, but I forgot to give it to you. Xiao Shuang, even if there is a copy of the Supreme Sword Manual in Tai Mountain, this is Dragon City, you can't do this. It doesn't matter. If the Supreme One Heavenly Palace hadn't blocked it, my grandma would have passed on the origin swordsmanship to him, which can only be learned by her direct disciples. What? It seems like this guy is not simple. Let's see, for Tai Mountain's sake, all the Supreme Sword Manuals are discounted by 20%, how about that? No, at least 60% off. And everything in Dragon City True Meaning Sword Pavilion is 40% off. This. Fine. I'm selling at a loss today. Thank you, Uncle Qing. In addition, I also want this book, 9 Flash Light-Splitting Swordsmanship. This Supreme Sword Code is just as powerful without relying on a token from the other shore, so I'll take it. 2 Supreme Sword Manuals, priced at 3.2 million divine crystals after a 40% discount. The ear mouse's payoff is 15 million divine crystals. Since the place is 40% off, it's not as good as 1 incense stick of time later. On the first floor of the True Meaning Sword Pavilion. Alas, this guy is quite greedy. Flag Master Ian, thank you for helping me choose the sword manual. It's nothing. These 70 or 80 copies should be enough for your disciples to use for a while. Our youngest flag master in Dragon City has chosen the sword manual in a serious manner? Wang Xiao and Zhao Hao? Zhao Wu isn't a flag master, so why could he enter Dragon City? I didn't expect you to have such beauties under your flag. Little girl, Luo Zheng is already destined to die. There is no future for following him. Why not join my team? The future will be bright. Join you? Are you qualified? Our Master Wang will be promoted to Master of the League soon, and I'll take over as Flag Master once I reach the other shore. When the time comes, I will be able to support you as a Flag Master. Don't miss this good opportunity. I'm not interested. Get lost. So you want to do this in a hard way? Although we can't do anything inside the Dragon City, but outside the Dragon City? Ah! Such fast sword skills. She has actually cultivated her true meaning and divine ability to such an extent. If you dare to take action in Dragon City, then I will maintain order on behalf of the City Lord. Wang Xiao, if you don't want to die, stop it. Do you dare to stop me? Not good. It's too fast. Dare to strike at me? I didn't even use half of my strength with that attack just now. I haven't avenged you for killing Wang Zi yet. How about settling the old and new grudges together today? Watch out. Attacking a young girl in Dragon City, are you tired of living? What? This voice transmission. Could it be that the person guarding the True Meaning Sword Pavilion knows this little girl? The captain of the Dragon City Guard is here. Who dares to make a move in Dragon City? Do you know the consequences? Lord Sua. It's that evil girl. She broke one of my disciples' arm. Is he telling the truth? Did you start it? So what if I broke his arm? So what if I kill him? What did you say? How dare you be so arrogant? Zuoqin, this girl is not something you can mess with. It's Lord Qing's voice. Lord Sua, don't stop. Why don't you talk anymore? What do you want? No, nothing, you can leave now. That's more like it. Thanks. Uncle Qing. I haven't been out from the mountain much. Why don't you show me around Dragon City? Sure, let's go. Lord Sua, they violated the rules of Dragon City. And just like that, you let them go. Flag Master Wang, there are some people you can't mess with. If that young girl asks me to kill you, I'd have to obey. You better watch yourself. Who? Who exactly is she? For the sake of Master of the League Lu, let me remind you again, don't ask questions you shouldn't. I understand. I didn't realize that kid knew such a person. Half an hour later. That is the Tower of Life and Death. If the conflict is too big to be reconciled, you can fight to the death in it. No wonder that tower emits a deadly aura. Over there is the Blood Purification Hall. It is said that when the Master of the League is promoted, he will be given a drop of the Divine Emperor blood. The Divine Emperor blood? It is the bloodline of the Emperor in our Supreme One Heavenly Palace. What about you, Xiao Shuang? Your bloodline must not be simple, right? Well, it's a secret. Okay. We've arrived at the gate, it's time for me to go. Thank you today, see you in the Sea of True Meaning. Another day has passed, so let's go back. One incense stick of time later, outside Dragon City. It's the Flag Master. The Flag Master is back. Why did you suddenly call me that? We have discussed it, you are our Flag Master. Naturally you can no longer be called Brother Luozheng. Flag Master, what did you learn from your one-day trip to Dragon City today? Dragon City is not much different from Seven Star City, but it does offer some true meaning sword manuals. True meaning sword manuals? You mean true meaning divine abilities? That's right, I have chosen so many in True Meaning Sword Pavilion, so you can choose as you please. Silk Rain Sword Manual. This is the swordsmanship practiced in our academy. It's the Blue Sword Manual and the Hidden Wind Sword Divine Power. You're all so familiar with it. Have you seen it all before? No, I haven't, but we have read the sword collection directory and it is recorded in it. The true meaning of sword in the world is divided into 6 levels. The ones you brought back, Flag Master, belong to the 4th level, and there are only 7 of it in the entire Dao Sword Palace. I see. I still have a few books here, specially selected for you by Qing and Yu, but I don't know what level of sword technique this is. The 3 Brahma God Sword Technique, the Divine River Momentum Sword Technique. These are all 6th level sword technique. It is the top true meaning divine ability in the sword collection directory. Flag Master must have paid a high price for buying this sword manual. Don't worry about the price, just practice at ease. Yes, thank you, Flag Master. Flag Master Ian, I will study the sword manual first. Good luck, Flag Master Luo. Let's take a look at this Merging Dao Energy Sword Manual first. What is truth? It is that which is true in all times and places. Can merging the Dao be considered a foolish dream? The myriad things of the world change their principles, gather their totality, and then obtain beginning and end. Why does it not feel like a divine ability, but rather like Eastern Emperor's own understanding of the merging of divine Dao? Hey, this is indeed what that guy thought. He is quite ambitious and really thinks he can realize the sword of truth. It seems that merging was still very popular back then. If you can really merge all the divine Daos, you can understand all the truths in the unified energy and surpass all the chaos ancient gods, even transcending any past and time, reaching true immortality. Who could resist such a temptation? Unfortunately, no one has succeeded. I guess you're probably the only one who hasn't given up yet. I have no intention of giving up, not to mention that the merging Dao energy is not weak. The following content, the 3 styles of merging Dao energy sword manual. There are 3 styles in merging Dao energy sword manual. The 3 Annihilation Strike, the 6 Annihilation Strike, and the 1000 Annihilation Strike. The Eastern Emperor divided the merging Dao energy into 3 stages. Each stage has different power, and almost brought it to its extreme. In comparison, my merging sword just relies on the added power of each additional Dao fused. It's just a quantitative change without a qualitative leap, no different from using gold as a stone to throw at someone. Is this the sword of truth that the Eastern Emperor speculates about? It's somewhat difficult to comprehend. It seems I need more time to quietly understand. Half an hour later. Just read this for the time being, and go to the Sea of True Meaning to fulfill your promise. The Sea of True Meaning. I've already given the secret key and divine crystal, why are you still dragging your feet? What's the rush? You're not stuck here for just a day or 2, so what if you wait an extra hour? I'm here. Finally. Squeak. Wait for me. When the vortex is lifted, let it go first. Okay. Whoosh. Don't panic, just wait patiently. He's gone again. 3 hours later. Squeak, squeak, squeak. The whirlpool is really gone. I'm saved. Okay, you're fine, let's go now. Squeak, take it easy. How about we work together? There's a huge opportunity here. There's a lot of people trapped in the whirlpool, and if we save them, we could make more than 1,000,000 divine crystals. I'm not interested. Squeak, then Tai Mountain can cooperate with us. Squeak. I'm not interested in cooperating, so get out. You? Okay then. Humph. No collaboration, no collaboration. You're back. Did it go well? Yeah, it went well. It's a bit far, so it took a bit longer. What was that guy pestering you about just now? He's a businessman. He wants to work with us to save people from the whirlpool and make a lot of money. Oh, if I wanted to do this business, I won't cooperate with him. Maybe the beings who place the candles come from the other shore. To be able to put candles at the bottom of the Sea of True Meaning, they must be powerful entities. Taking a few was already pushing it. If we attracted their attention, we might not be able to handle the consequences. It won't stop squeaking, so I'll have to tell it to get lost. Huh, Give me a minute, let's try to cross the fourth dash line together today. Okay. The other shore, dark region. Lord Suo. What's the reason for summoning me? Within a month, 2 candles were extinguished in the sea of true meaning. Is there a big storm in the sea? No, there wasn't. That's strange. When the young soul enters the sea of true meaning, it will be completely decomposed. Who can extinguish the soul candle? Do you need me to send someone to investigate? No, with so many soul candles, there might be some accidents. Thousands of soul candles have been made in the palace. I will have them delivered as soon as possible. You have to speed up the progress. But Lord Su'a, if you want to seal the sea of true meaning, you may need tens of millions of soul candles. The current numbers are far from enough to even cause trouble to them. Ha! We're not the only ones placing soul candles. Just do as I say. Yes, sir. Such beautiful light. The next day outside Dragon City. You have only been in Dragon City for 2 days, and you have already crossed the fourth dash line. At this speed, I'm afraid it won't take long for you to surpass me. Flag Master Een is being modest. Master Een, I want to go to Dragon City again. Do you want me to accompany you? No need, I'm probably familiar with the rules of Dragon City. If I can't make it back in the next few days, I hope Master Een can take care of my people. 1 incense stick of time later, Sword Training Tower. The 2 sword manuals in my hand require time and effort to ponder. The Sword Training Tower I saw yesterday should be a suitable place for practice. This old man, I want to practice in this tower, may I ask? You haven't even reached the other shore, get out. When S.I., the steward of the Sword Training Tower. There was a trace of power in his voice. It must be the true meaning of holy words. It is rare in Dragon City. I only know that the Dragon City Sword Training Tower is open to the public, but I haven't heard that it requires a cultivation level of the other shore. If you can pay the divine crystals and are not afraid of death, you can go in. This Sword Training Tower is very dangerous. I am doing it for your own good. Come back after you step onto the other shore. Since the Sword Training Tower is open to the public, there is no reason to exclude people. All right, then. There are always some little guys who humiliate themselves and are not afraid of death. Come with me. One SI, just put the crystals on the jade plate. 100 crystals will open the room for 1 day. But the time flow rate inside the poem is 10:1, which means 1 day outside is 10 days inside the room. Luo Zheng, understood. If you really can't hold it any longer, don't move around and wait until the time is up. The room will kick you out to save your life. What is in this room? You'll find out when you go in. I don't know what secrets are hidden in this training room, so I'll spend 300 divine crystals to try it out first. Isn't it just a normal training room? It's so simple, but 100 divine crystals a day? That's daylight robbery. What is this? Sword rain. The scratch. It can cut through my flesh. This sword has some kind of power. That old man is not trying to scare me. Inside the jade in the center is safe. It seems that as long as I can successfully walk out from this road, I can pass. I must go with my own strength. Since I'm here, I'll finish learning the sword styles in Merging Dao Energy Sword Manual first. The intertwining sword intense born in the sword rain can calm the cultivator's thoughts. This sword practice tower indeed offers great benefits. The first technique, the 3 annihilation strike. The word 3 does not mean the merging of 3 divine Daos. It's much more complicated than that. It means combining 3 layers of the merging Dao energy when the move is being used. 1 day later, after practicing in the room for 10 days, I've finally mastered the first technique. Now let's check the results. 3 annihilation strike. Truly incredible. The same energy released in a different way produces completely different power. I wonder how much divine megatons this sword has? Not good, the sword rain is denser. The intensity of this attack may be difficult for even those who have entered the other shore for the first time. The 6 annihilation strike is more powerful than the 3 annihilation strike. In principle, they are almost the same, so I can give it a try. But the rain of swords keeps coming, and even if I forcefully use the 6 annihilation strike, I'm afraid I won't be able to cope with it for too long. It might be better to continue studying the 9-flash light-splitting sword manual. This manual is an excellent choice for enhancing both the power and speed of swordsmanship. Maybe it can help me counter the sword rain. 2 days later. The time is almost up, that kid should be kicked out. Oh? Su Quan, you came out first? Master Wen, I'm sorry. How many times has this happened in the past 6 months? This is the 4th time. What about the 5th time? Some people with similar cultivation levels as you have been able to come out of the middle level of the sword training tower safely, and it is very likely that they will actually be selected. Have been selected? Don't be discouraged. There are not many people at the same level in Dragon City who are better than you. If you become more skillful in using the tokens of the other shore, you may also have a chance to be selected to become a Supreme One Protector. I understand. Thank you, Master One, for your advice. Phew, I'm finally out. Am I seeing illusion? It's that kid. He actually made it through? Is it possible that he cheated? No, the design of the sword training tower is so rigorous that there is no chance for anyone to cheat. What's wrong? Master One, did I make a mistake? This brother hasn't yet reached the other shore, and his true meaning aura is only at the 4th level. He just walked out upright? Kid! How did you open the door? Cross that road, walk up to the door and open it. What's wrong with that? Is that against the rules? No, it's not. What's your name? Where are you from? Please tell me. My name is Luo Zheng, from the Dao Sword Palace. Just call me Elder One. Master One, the training is over, I'll leave now. Luo Zheng? Such a powerful person, he should not stay in Dragon City. He must be sent to the Supreme One Heavenly Palace as soon as possible. Elder One, I have to go now. I'll owe you for the divine crystals you advanced me this time. I'll pay you back in a few days. You kid, always making me advance payment. Well, I'll wait. Dragon City. I was able to get out of the training room this time, thanks to the 3 Annihilation Esnao Cap Epsilon and the 9 Flash Light Splitting Swordsmanship complementing each other. However, the biggest issue during the process was the weapon, 3 swords, which are treasures of primordial chaos, all shattered during the attacks. Best Swords Shop. Although the Soaring Snake Sword is tough, Supreme One Heavenly Palace's attitude towards our Li people is not clear at all, so I must not reveal my identity by using the treasure. Therefore, I urgently need a suitable long sword now. Huh? Still following me? Stop hiding. You've been following me all the way, what do you want? You've discovered for a while, haven't you? I'm a little embarrassed. I just wanted to ask, do you have any unique secrets? You mean the technique of leaving the sword training tower room? Yes. Do you really have such skills? I can offer 100 divine crystals. No need for divine crystals. The technique is simple, just be stronger than me, and I assure you, you can exit the sword training tower. Huh? Do you mean that I am weaker than you now? But I have already entered the other shore, and you. I've told you the technique, don't follow me anymore. Wait. Let's be friends. Are you looking to buy a sword? I have a good sense of swords. I'm Su Quan. Have you heard of the Su family from the Bloom Divine Province? The Su family in the Bloom Divine Province? Yes. Our Su family is a famous weapon refining family. I know almost all the swords here. Even most of the swords in Supreme One Heavenly Palace are exclusively supplied by my Su family. What kind of sword is this? You have such a good eye, this sword. The spring-forged sword is made of silver from the spring water of the other shore's token Crane Spring. It costs 300 divine crystals in our Su family, but it's worth 800 divine crystals in Dragon City. And this one? Wind Sword. This is a fast sword, winning with speed. It requires 700 divine items in Dragon City. And this one? Green-Orange Sword. This sword has a great background. And what about this one? Xianling Sword. I can't get anything to say at all. There's nothing you don't recognize. Of course. I like all these 4 swords. Then, do you want them all? The 4 of them together cost almost 3,000 divine crystals, which is enough to practice the sword towers several times. Not 4. Give me 40 of each. What? That's a lot. No problem, I'll pack them up for you right away. What's the matter? I'm just preparing a weapon for each of my followers. I didn't expect you to be so wealthy, you really keep a low profile. Are there any higher grade long swords? Of course. Please come with me. Although Dragon City is not short of tycoons, it's rare to see someone so generous. He must be a person of considerable background. A selection of the finest items from the cabinet. Su Qiao, head of the cabinet. Su Quan, what brought you here? You kid, you didn't listen to your father. How long do you want to stay in Dragon City? Let's not talk about me for now. I've brought a valuable customer to you. Can we talk business first? Uncle Lu, please spare me. I will never leave Dragon City until I die. You kid. This customer, the swords of the inner cabinet, are all forged with the Su family's bloodline. Only those who hold 1,000,000 divine crystals can talk business here. I do have 1,000,000 divine crystals. Did you just say the swords are all forged with the Su family's bloodline? Yes, our Su family has the bloodline of the ancient beast race, or shadow race. This bloodline is the most suitable for forging swords. For example, these 6 long swords are imbued with the blood of our Su family, and they can all be regarded as profound blood treasures. The cheapest sword is worth 1,000,000 divine crystals. This sword seems to be very similar to the soaring snake sword described in the books. Being able to recognize the soaring snake sword already shows broad knowledge. Yes, it is a replica of the soaring snake sword. This replica is considered a third-rate profound blood treasure, priced at 1,500,000 divine crystals. How powerful is this sword? In terms of power, it naturally cannot be as strong as the original, but it's still impressive. In terms of appearance alone, this creation is good enough to pass off as the real thing. If there is ever a time when I have to use the soaring snake sword, I can use this as a substitute to get through. I'll buy it. Good, you're a quick, decisive person. This sword is a profound blood treasure, but what about the real soaring snake sword? After the Middle Ages, treasures have been categorized into 3 classes, and each one can be subcategorized into 3 levels. The 3 classes are profound blood treasure, other shore treasure, and grand nature treasure, and the real soaring snake sword is a third-rate grand nature treasure. Only third-rate? Only third-rate? The forging of a grand nature treasure requires pristine materials, which came into existence before the beginning of the chaos. There are only dozens of such grand nature treasures in the entire mother world, and they are irreplaceable. It's considered third pate simply because it does not contain that many pristine materials. Even so, it's more than enough to cause a massive stir among every race. I see, what about this sword? How much does it cost? Good eye. It's called Snow. It's a first-rate profound blood treasure. It also just so happens to be the best sword in our store. Although this sword doesn't have any other shore tokens, it is comparable to some other shore treasures. The price is an million divine crystals. The replica of soaring snake sword isn't enough for facing enemies, and this sword has caught my eye. I had originally planned to reserve 10 million divine crystals to purchase that yellow paper. Never mind, divine crystals can be earned again. Luojing, I'll buy this sword too. Shug, great. That's great. There is Snow. The blood aura it exhibits. Indeed, they are exploiting her again. Why does Su Quan look so sad? Could it be that this Snow has something to do with him? Wait. Brother Luojing, I have decided. I want to join your team. What? Aren't you also a flag master? I can just return the flag. Master Chin, who I originally followed, is about to take the Supreme One Protector exam, and I am now a free man. But you just said you'd never leave Dragon City. Wouldn't it be impossible to enter if you give up your status as a flag owner? Don't worry about this. I have a way to get in and out of Dragon City. If you really want to, of course you can join. He comes from a family of weapon refiners, so he might be able to help me and my subordinates, so it wouldn't hurt to let him join. That's great. One last question. Why do you want to follow me? I just want to follow the rich. That simple? I'm afraid it's not that simple. Tai Mountain. I sincerely request to see Master Gu. Please send a message. There's no need to ask for a meeting, Master Gu won't agree. Chiu Inha, founder of Dad Sword Palace. Wenus I pays his respects to Chiu, great heavenly ministers. Did you mean just now that? The candidate for the Supreme One Protector you're reporting is a young man named Luo Zheng, correct? That's right, this man has passed the sword training tower. Although it's just the first level, the fact that he passed without having reached the other shore shows his extraordinary talent. You've already heard of this person? Luo Zheng showed outstanding abilities in the Dao Sword Palace I founded, and was also someone I introduced to the Supreme One Heavenly Palace. Since Lord Chiu directly recommended him, why keep him in Dragon City? I have my own arrangements. If he comes to your sword training tower, please take care of him. Understood. Outside Dragon City. This is Su Quan. He will also join the team from now on. There is actually a powerhouse from the other shore joining us. You are truly worthy of being the Flag Master. Flag Master, look. This is the liquid that I bought at the market. It is the raw material of Sword Enlightenment Spirit Liquid. You can buy a big bottle of it for only 10 divine crystals. It's very profitable to use it to make the spirit liquid. It's a good way to earn divine crystals if you can sell it. Just leave the sales to me. Flag Master only needs to make the spirit liquid. Huh? Brother Luo Zheng will also make the Sword Enlightenment Spirit Liquid himself? How many other skills do you have that I don't know about? Luo Zheng. Alright, you get familiar with everyone. I'll go make the liquid first. Su Quan, yes sir. I'll do as you're told, Flag Master. At night. I've made nearly 200 bottles of Sword Enlightenment Spirit Liquid. The market price is 20,000 divine crystals a bottle. Even if I only sell it for 15,000, I'll still make 2 to 3 million. It's time to examine the other shore key given by the ear mouse. Huh? Why does it look so familiar? That's it, the copper piece of the tomb spirit. The shape and size are almost the same, only the pattern is different. It seems that this copper piece is also an other shore key. Xiao Shuang mentioned that to use the key in the other shore, one must first decipher the Sanskrit on the key to know the information of the corresponding temple. Supreme One Heavenly Palace had hired a special decipher, but it took a long time. No need to worry, let's go and ask Nian first. Inner world. Husband, you're back. Xiao Dai. Where is Nian? I have something urgent to ask him for. This kid has recently started to experience the stirrings of love and has fallen in love with a girl from a sect. But that girl's sect is being suppressed by another sect. Nian couldn't stand it and said he wanted to teach those people a lesson. Huh, Nian has a sweetheart too? For a beauty, he's willing to rage against injustice. He's really grown up? Outside the heavenly jade sect in the inner world. Where did this madman come from? An evil god left, and another monster came? To challenge our continent's #1 sect all by himself. Such audacity, the 3 monsters of the heavenly jade sect. Come on out. Let's see how long you can continue to be arrogant. Are you really thinking you can bully my heavenly jade sect? Only one came out? The other 2 were scared, right? Bullshit. I am enough to deal with you, little brat. Nian. Dad, why are you here? I don't need your help. I'm not here to help you, I need your help. That's more like it. Heavenly jade sect monster, just wait here for me. I'll be back in a moment. Take a look at this. Dad, what the hell is this? What is this? It looks amazing. It's something I got in the mother world. Please help me decipher the Sanskrit on it. This one says, First Heaven. I can't understand a bunch of strings at the back. It says, gibberish? What? Gibberish? That's just how it's pronounced. Another one says, 19th Heaven. The rest is the same, all gibberish. Just recite those sentences to me, so I can memorize them. All right, Dad. 1 incense stick of time later. Chirping, grunting, croaking. Phew, I finally finished reading. I feel so stupid. Dad, can I go back now? Sure. If you really want to marry your sweetheart, you have to let Dad know early. Why does Mom tell you everything? All right. Dad, I'm going to work first. The ear mouse was indeed cunning, giving only a key to the first heaven of the other shore. That's fine. For those newly entering the other shore, the first heaven is more suitable anyway. Surprisingly, the piece from the tomb spirit turns out to be a key to the 19th heaven of the other shore. The usefulness of this key may only be known when I get to the other shore. Youthful arrogance. This kid is even more so than I was back in the day. After all, in my inner world, he won't be in any danger. Next, I must quickly enter the 6-line and rescue Ling Shuang's cousin from the maelstrom. 1 hour later in the Sea of True Meaning. Xiao Shuang, let's go to the 6-line now and save your cousin. Okay. I'm counting on you. Then once we reach the other shore, we can start exploring the temples. By the way, I've had someone translate the Sanskrit on the other shore key, but they only managed to decipher First Heaven. The higher the level of the heaven, the more dangerous its temple's interior, and the more powerful the other shore tokens found inside. The map on the other shore key points to the temple's location. As for the Sanskrit, it's good enough to know which heaven it refers to, at least ensuring we won't enter the wrong temple. The rest that wasn't translated doesn't really matter if we understand it or not. But how do we open the temple if we can't bring the other shore key into the Sea of True Meaning? Once you activate it with divine crystals, its patterns will be imprinted on your soul's hand. Then, just slap your palm and the temple will open. After crossing the 9-line, we are almost to the other shore. The last part of the journey is extremely dangerous, so we need to be more careful. I'm here, don't worry too much. By the way, you can see other people's faces clearly when you get to the other shore. That would be much more convenient. Finally, I won't just see your blurred figure anymore. It's been a while since I entered the Mother World, and I don't know how far the evil god has reached now. Mother World Du Star Province. This place is really desolate. I haven't seen a single living creature after traveling for so long. So many corpses, all from the same race. Huh? The head is a group of monsters? Finally, something alive. If I were you, I would reveal the location of the other shore key. Su Yuan clan leader. At least it could spare your brother's life. You're obviously bribed by the Heavenly Wolf clan to annihilate my War Dog clan. Even if I give you the key, you wouldn't spare my brother. I won't let you have your way. You see through things quite clearly. Anyway, I've already found one, I'll eventually find the other. In this case, there's no need to keep you any longer. Brother, what's all the fuss about? You're next, the last of the War Dog clan. The thing you're holding, that's the so-called other shore key, right? Who are you? You don't need to know that. Hand over the key nicely, and I might leave you a whole corpse. Where did this young boy come from and dare to threaten me? Take down this reckless bastard. Yes, sir. Actually, there's no need to talk. Just taking action is fine. Leader, help me. This guy has no aura of the other shore at all, so why is he so powerful? You are the only one in this group who has some skills. Come and give me a few moves to practice. Don't be too cocky. Ever heard of an other shore token? How could you possibly defeat me with my first Heaven's Tsuelwan sword? Oh? How fragile is it? It's not over yet. Let's see what he knows. Well, it's somewhat valuable. I'll take the other shore key, thank you. Brother. The War Dog clan were all dead and gone, so there's only one survivor left to look into the memories and the whereabouts of the other shore key. Paracel province in the southwest. There is a cave in the shortest hill. There lies another other shore key. There are traps inside, but it's not difficult to break them with your skill. Huh? You're just going to tell me? No matter what your purpose is, if you kill my enemy, I will repay you with the key to the other shore. This kid took the initiative, so there was no need to bother searching his memory. Then what else do you have? Kid, what are you doing? Sir. You're so powerful, can you take me with you and teach me a few tricks? After the Liyuan clan and the Heavenly Wolf clan annihilated my clan, I want to seek revenge. You've got a lot of guts, don't you know I can crush you with my hands? Sure enough, I am delusional. Please kill me, sir. The War Dog clan is gone, my brother is dead, and I am the only one left. Living only to be cursed as a harbinger of disaster. Maybe I was the curse that killed my entire clan. He killed his mother and drove his father crazy. What a disaster! What kind of evil god do you call yourself? How ridiculous! He's so evil it's bad luck. You're all alone in the world just like me. Well, I'm the only one who can say whether you're a disaster or not. If you want revenge, I'll let you have it. Thank you, sir. I can be useful. My clan had a method passed down that could weaken an opponent's young soul. Although I only heard a rough idea from my brother, it might help you once you reach the other shore. I'm not a bad guy. My name is Evil God. What's your name? My name is Xiaoguang. First, let's retrieve the other shore key. Okay. Looking won't bring them back to life, let's move on. Yes. I wonder if the creator has reached the other shore. I'm still stuck on the 3- line, I need to speed up. 6 months later, the Sea of True Meaning. We are finally crossing the 9- line. We should be able to reach the other shore soon. That's it. Luo Zheng, look. We can see land up ahead. The 9- line is very difficult, and everyone often forms a team to move forward together. Let's just follow the boat in front. Okay. Everyone be careful. Before the 9- line, the wind and waves will get bigger and bigger. If you can't steady your boat, please return on your own. The wind is getting more and more biting, so I must take a soul pill first. Will people die every time they hit the other shore? It's a little better now. I heard my grandma say that a long time ago, the number of soul pills was extremely rare. There are countless souls who die on the 9- line, and those who make it to the other shore are only 1 in a million. What a big wave. Don't worry, the person in front will probably tell you the time. Tell the time? What does it mean? There is a huge wave 13 feet high ahead. It takes about 4 breaths to wait. 4 breaths. Get ready if you don't want to die. 4 breaths. Those behind, get ready. How to deal with this huge wave? Just get out when it rolls in front of us. The huge wave has a certain width. According to the approximate speed of its movement, we exit and wait for 4 breaths before coming back in. I see. That's a good idea. Don't be impatient, wait until it gets closer. Now. 4 breaths later. Xiao Shuang? Why isn't she back? She's not caught in a huge wave, is she? Luo Zheng, watch out. Not good. That was close. What's wrong with you? You should look forward immediately after you come back. Fortunately, it was just a small wave. If it had been another huge wave, you would be dead by now. I didn't see you, I thought you didn't make it. Even so, you shouldn't have turned back. It's too normal for people to die trying to reach the other shore. Even if I died, there'd be nothing you could do. I understand. He's worried about me, this guy. There's another wave. There's probably 100 more like it. Let's proceed carefully. 3 hours later. I can't feel the cold anymore, it's warmer. Are we on the other shore? Yes. The beach ahead is the other shore. We're finally here. This is the other shore. The other shore. Here I come. This is the first heaven on the other shore. There are 33 heavens on the other shore, and it's said that each one is different. What do you mean there's nothing here? It's right under your feet. Technically, the other shore's tokens should be plentiful, but there shouldn't be any on this beach, right? Are you saying these sands are tokens of the other shore? Yes. This is the most common other shore token. It's called Crimson Golden Sand. No one fuses with the crimson golden sand, because it is the weakest kind of other shore tokens. It only contains the force of half a divine megaton. I can really feel a bit of energy from it. See those stones? Those are the heavenly cyan stones. Whenever a warrior fuses with it, they automatically gain the force of a divine megaton. It seems that there are treasures everywhere in the other shore. Xiao Shuang knows a lot. Although I have never been here, there are countless people in the Supreme One Heavenly Palace who have been to the other shore, and I hear them talk about it every day. It would be hard not to know. Stones and sand are not our targets, though. Let's move on. One incense stick of time later. These flowers and plants are also tokens of the other shore. This one is called Angelica de Hurica. Its function is almost the same as the heavenly cyan stone, and they are regarded as the weeds of the other shore. Although it is suitable for the true meaning of eternal sword, its power is too weak. This is a birch leaf. It has a healing effect after being fused. No matter in the god's domain or the mother world, I have never seen anyone whose token of the other shore is a living creature. Are there any living beings used as tokens of the other shore? Yes, but it's rare. The other shore is not a lifeless world. There are also living things. In the state of the Yang soul, it is difficult to capture the creatures on the other shore. On the contrary, countless people have died in their hands. Both of you, Diqing, Disu. It's not easy to wander the other shore. Do you want to join us? What are the benefits of joining you? I've got an other shore key of the sacred Mallow Temple. If you're interested, you can explore it with us. The pattern in his hand is exactly the same as the one on my key to the first heaven of the other shore. What do you think? Well, then let's go together. Since it's the same temple, we might as well join forces, since we're likely to encounter each other. Great, we brothers have just entered the other shore and wanted to get a good token of the other shore. With you two joining us, it should go more smoothly. Let's set off right away. My name is Di Qing, and this is my brother Di Su. 1 hour later. Here we are. This is the sacred Mallow Temple. This temple looks dilapidated, but its design is exquisite and the craftsmanship is sophisticated. Who built it? I really don't know. After waiting for more than half a month, someone finally opened the door. After the temple is opened, the door will not close immediately. It seems that those people are planning to steal your key. Those poor bastards. Let's go inside. What a suffocating aura. I wonder what mysteries lie inside. If this temple was built with things from the other shore, wouldn't these bricks and stones also be tokens of the other shore? Yes, the bricks and stones used to build the temple are good tokens of the other shore. But the bricks and stones here are difficult to destroy with Yang Soul. So why is the exterior of the temple so dilapidated? Just because it's difficult to destroy now doesn't mean it couldn't be destroyed before. For example, there was a time when you could physically enter the sea. I see. There are so many statues, and none of them look like the vicious creatures I have seen before. I wonder what kind of race built the temple. It's the heavenly cobweb. How lucky. What? There's actually a heavenly cobweb. Brother, don't let those guys get the upper hand. Let's go. Let's go and have a look too. We should check it out too. Heavenly cobweb is an extremely valuable token of the other shore, ranking among the top in the first heaven. It's really heavenly cobweb. It's on the 2nd floor of the temple. I'm the one who opened the sacred Mallow Temple. This token belongs to us, you can't touch it. Who are you? Once the temple is opened, can you still close it? That's right. We discovered the heavenly cobweb first, so everyone should compete fairly for it. It was Brother Di Qing who invited us in, and we should help them. Hold on, something's odd. As a temple in the first heaven, it should have been raided by a lot of people. Why would there be such a good thing like the heavenly cobweb? Help. Is someone screaming for help? So many light beams. They are coming towards us too. There are statues everywhere in the temple. If all the statues emit this kind of white light, there's hardly any space to dodge. It's almost reached us, let's go up. Hurry. We can't leave through the main entrance anymore. Can we just leave the other shore directly? No. It's impossible to leave from within the temple. Our only option now is to run upward, hoping there are no statues above. 13th floor. There are statues everywhere. We're at the top, there's no way out. They're catching up. Over there. There's a gap in the wall, let's hide there. That was close. What kind of light is this? It can directly melt the Yang soul. It must be the soul-melting prime light. It is very common in large temples, but I have never heard of anyone saying that the temples in the first heaven also have soul-melting prime light. No matter what kind of light it is, it will always consume energy, and it won't continue to shine, like this, right? Probably not. There seems to be movement outside? It seems like something is crawling on the wall. What's that? Don't come over here. Monster. Su, what's wrong with you? Su. No. It's Di Qing and Di Su, what happened to them? If you want to kill Su, I will tear you alive. Come at me. Get away, get away. Monster. What are you? Don't come here. It seems that some monster has appeared, Luo Zheng. Don't be afraid, I'm here. Di Qing was silent. It seemed that he had. The soul-melting prime light is still firing, there's nowhere to escape now, we can only hide here for now. Luo Zheng, look at the wall. There is something. Xiao Shuang. What's wrong with you? What is this? These eyes. So terrifying. It feels like they are mobilizing the fear in my heart. The past, true meaning of goodwill and malice, could release the fears from one's heart. These eyes have no true meaning, but they seem to be able to easily dig out the fear in the soul. Don't. Stay away. Xiao Shuang is obviously more affected. Although I can still keep a bit of clarity, my body feels like it's been frozen by fear, unable to move. What should I do now? I thought it was some kind of monster, but it turned out to be the dreaded demons. Number 9527. You recognize this monster? Not only do I know it, I also know how to counter it. Listen to me, don't look at these eyes, and use the emotion-severing divine Tao again. I got it. Sure enough, the fear welling up in my heart disappeared. Dealing with the dreaded demons is actually quite simple. Don't make eye contact. Once you do, even the strongest cannot withstand it. Then use the severing emotion divine Tao to cut off the perception of fear, and you won't be affected by it. Indeed. Luo Zheng, my leg. It's trying to drag me out. Save me. It seems that the dreaded demons first control people with fear, making them lose the ability to resist, then drags them into the soul-melting prime light. In this case, let's try removing the eyeballs first. Phew. No, I'm not scared anymore. Has that thing gone? There's still a sound outside, I don't think so. What kind of divine Tao have you practiced? That thing just now can change your mind, making you fall into fear and lose the ability to resist. If you can control your fear, you can resist it. I practice the 5 elements divine Tao, which cannot help me control my mind. Here they come again. Above. Below. Everywhere. Xiao Shuang cannot remain unaffected, and I can only temporarily repel it, but cannot eliminate it. By the way, her soul necklace. She said the necklace has strong soul power. But in her current state, I must find a way to calm her down first. Great Domination Technique. The Great Dominion Technique and the emotion-severing divine Tao both involve using energy at the soul level. It's worth a try now. It should be enough to find the method to awaken the soul necklace from her memory first, and then let her execute it. Found it. But this is... Which door? It's just a matter of time. I shouldn't think about this, I have to hurry up and let Xiao Shuang use the necklace. It worked. Great Domination Technique, stop. What happened? I just used the Great Domination Technique on you, and then you used the soul necklace to kill that thing. Great Domination Technique? Doesn't that mean you saw my memories? Don't worry, I only explored the method of using the soul necklace and didn't look at anything else. It's a bit strange, the sound I heard before was different from the sound of this thing spreading on the wall. I think there's something else out there. Something else? At least it didn't make any more noise. Let's go out and take a look after the soul-melting prime light stops. 1 hour later, the soul-melting prime light has stopped. Don't be afraid, that thing hasn't attacked us for so long, so maybe it's not that powerful. Okay. There's something glowing over there. Let's check it out. A spider? I understand now. The heavenly cobweb on the 2nd floor should be left by this guy. This is the heavenly weaver spider. Is that the spider that attacked us? No, I don't think so. I was told by number 9527 about the dreaded demons, so I won't tell Xiao Shuang for now. There's a hole here, and these black traces are similar to those we saw on the wall earlier. Clack. 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 It's alive? Nope. I think I got it. Inside the stomach of the heavenly weaver spider. It's full of those creatures we saw earlier. It's so small, it looks like the offspring of that thing. Maybe that thing controlled the heavenly weaver spider and multiplied inside it. Although these small ones can also arouse fear in the heart, They are still much weaker than the larger ones and are not to be feared. Why are they all running behind that statue? Let's check it out. What's this? Luo Zheng, there's more behind. The largest one has a very strong soul aura. I think this should be a soul crystal. It is made by refining the Yang soul that was killed. Soul crystals can enhance Yang soul's abilities. So it has the same effect as the soul pill? No, the soul pill only restores the power of the soul and enhances the Yang soul for a short period of time. The soul crystal increases the upper limit of the Yang soul, making the Yang soul more powerful. Luo Jing say I see. Soul crystals are so useful. Would anyone hunt down Yang souls specifically to refine theme? Ling Shuang say there have been. But those who tried went mad afterward. Think about it, if you forcibly absorb a living soul, you'd also absorb its memories, and with too many memories, one could go insane. But the soul-melting prime light in the temple can remove the memory flame, purifying the Yang soul. As for these two little glazed beads, I can't guess what they are. You are so ignorant. These demonic eyes are excellent items for soul integration. I recommend merging with them. It turns out to be called the demonic eye. By the way, you're lucky to be alive this time. What do you mean? Sacred Mallow Temple is simply a random name given by you humans. This temple originally belonged to the dreaded Eye Demons, who were once a powerful clan in the chaos. But the temple is in ruins, and the demons should have been extinct long ago. Perhaps the remaining dreaded Eye Demons controlled a heavenly weaver spider that trespassing. Then he used the soul-melting prime light in the temple to harvest the Yang soul and made it into soul crystal, with the purpose of quickly reproducing future generations. If Xiao Shuang hadn't happened to have the soul necklace, it wouldn't have been easy for you to escape. So all the races in chaos can build temples on the other shore? Are they all considered transcendent beings? Well, yes, but only the leaders of the Eye Demons could be considered transcendent beings. These are just their very weak descendants. He. They are much uglier than me. You're not much better either. Luo Jing, what are you staring at? It's nothing. Let's quickly absorb this soul crystal. It will be of great benefit to our Yang soul. This is a rare opportunity. All you need to do is put your divine sense into it. I'll do it. 2 incense sticks of time later. I can already feel a strong power within my Yang soul. The soul crystal is indeed effective. Of course. Such a big one, with the Yang souls of hundreds of people integrated into it. Can these 2 glass beads be fused into a token of the other shore? As long as it's not a living thing, trying to fuse isn't a problem. Luo Zheng, then can the dead heavenly weaver spider be used for fusion? Ling Shuang, it's not impossible, anything on the other shore can be integrated. But to fuse the corpse of the heavenly weaver spider, it would be better to combine it with the heavenly cobweb that it spits out. I see. But I still don't know how to fuse the tokens from the other shore. You know all the things you shouldn't know, but you don't know the things that everyone knows. During the fusion, it is necessary to use the true meaning of Tao, so that the true meaning can be merged into the token of the other shore. It's not hard, watch me. This bead is not in line with the true meaning of Eternal Sword? The true meaning has been rejected. Rejected? A token of the other shore actually choose their true meaning? It's rare. I heard that this happens only to some very powerful tokens of the other shore. I didn't expect it to appear on these glass eyes. This bead seems to be something special. Let me try. Since the true meaning of Eternal Sword doesn't fit, let's try the true meaning of nature. It actually perfectly matches your true meaning of nature. This bead is moving inside my body. Now it seems to have moved to my right eye. It's terrifying. Sorry. I was just trying to activate it. Are you okay? It's okay. It seems that it also has the ability to disturb the mind. I wonder how much divine megatons it can unleash. I can't merge with it, so you might as well take it to the Ear Mice clan and sell it in the market on the other shore. At least you can exchange it for a lot of soul pills. I'll just take the heavenly cobweb. Let's break into the temple together and find something. We agree that each of us will have half of it, and you can accept the other one. You could actually merge with one more token from the other shore. You have also cultivated the eternal true meaning of Eternal Sword. For each true meaning of Tao you master, you can merge with one token. Is that so? Then why do all the people in Dragon City only cultivate one true meaning of Tao? How many people are as talented as you? It takes them a long time to master something. I received the inheritance from Yuan Chengtian in the land of Tao and understood the true meaning of goodwill and malice in a thought, but I didn't put any effort into it. It seems that I have to pick it up. By the way, those little monsters just ran this way, but there are only 3 beads here. Where are they hiding? There's a crack in the wall, did they go through it? It's a pity that the current Yang Soul body cannot destroy the temple wall. Maybe when your physical body crosses the other shore in the future, we can do it again. Well, we'll find out next time. Half an hour later, outside Dragon City. He actually exudes such a powerful aura of the Yang Soul. Luo Zheng, you've already reached the other shore. Yes. I was lucky this time. I swallowed the soul crystal in the temple of the first heaven and fused it with a token of the other shore. You have just reached the other shore, and your Yang Soul has undergone a completely different transformation? Soul crystal? How could such a precious thing appear in the first heaven? This was a huge opportunity. I don't know either, but the temple is really weird. Flag Master Yin, I want to go to Dragon City to practice for a few days. Please take care of my disciples. Okay, don't worry. Inside Dragon City. Finally, I have my first token of the other shore. Let's see how powerful it is. It's the kid who is against Wang Yuan. Xiong. Keep your voice down. I heard this guy has a strong background. He talked back Wang Xiao, but Wang Xiao didn't dare to say anything. It's this snow sword from the best sword shop. That sword was actually bought by him. He is really rich. I'd better to close my eyes to avoid the red light from the demonic eye, attracting attention. Ah. What's that light? Scared me to death. Phew, I didn't control the demonic eye well, and the red light still leaked out. 19 divine megatons. This must be the token of the other shore from the third heaven. But he only has the aura of the first heaven. With just half of the power of the demonic eye, there were 19 divine megatons. It is really a good token. Now it's time to practice the true meaning of goodwill and malice. Sword Training Tower. Elder One, there is a clean secret cultivation room available at this time? What do you want to practice? I want to practice another true meaning. Because the sword rain outside Dragon City will affect the mind, it is not suitable for cultivating the true meaning other than the true meaning of Eternal Sword. Since Master Chiu asked me to take care of Luo Zheng. Okay, wait a minute, I'll make a room for you. Thank you, Elder Wen. 3 days later. It looks like my affinity with the true meaning of goodwill and malice is also very high. I've basically completed it. Yu Baiqing and the others have been selling sword enlightenment spirit liquid for a while. I wonder how it's going. Let's go check it out. Dragon City Market. Why is the market not as lively as usual today? There is also a smell of blood? I'm afraid that something happened to them. What happened? Luo Zheng. Flagmaster. You are finally back. Brother Dugu, the Yuebai sect. They are still alive, just seriously injured. Here, take this potion first. Who did this? What happened? It should be Situ Shio's person, because the sword enlightenment spirit liquid. Every year at the transition between winter and spring, there will be a lot of people trying to climb over the sword wall, and the demand for sword enlightenment spirit liquid will also skyrocket. At this time in previous years, the price of sword enlightenment spirit liquid was skyrocketed by 30% or even more. But we didn't increase the price and only sold it at the normal price of 10,000 per bottle, so a lot of people came to buy it. That's why there's no business on Situ Shio's side. Yu Baiqing was selling in the market without any publicity, but it didn't take long for them to discover. They were already merciful. They only injured Dugu and the others. They also destroyed all our sword enlightenment spirit liquid. Who is Situ Shio? He is a master of the league with 5th heaven level cultivation in Dragon City. 5th heaven level master of the league? Situ Shio's sword enlightenment spirit liquid was transported from the Supreme One Heavenly Palace, and he was actually an agent entrusted by the higher-ups. He has a lot of background, so it's better not to mess with him. Is that so? No matter who he is, if he hurts my friend, I'll make him pay. Where do they sell them? Take me there. Yes, Flag Master. Is Luo Zheng trying to make an enemy of a master of the league? This is going to be trouble. 1 incense stick of time later. This is it. As the master of the league, Situ Shio will not come to the market to run the business in person. He has sent several flag masters to help him take care of it. One of the flag masters brought people here today. I wondered who is coming, but it turned out to be you. What? Today's little lesson wasn't enough. Or are you here to apologize and seek peace? It seems you're the one who harmed my disciples, but no need to apologize. Sword enlightenment spirit liquid is worth millions. Kid, you came here on purpose to get yourself killed. Did he also take action today? Well, he was the one who injured Brother Dugu and Yu Baiqing. You only did one thing right today and you will be happy for it. For the rest of your life. Dragon Snake Dancing Swordsmanship. His sword's power is truly frightening. My full force strike from the 3rd heaven level could barely block it. Then I hope you can still block the second move. You don't. The thing you'll be grateful for the rest of your life is that you didn't kill any of my people. Who dares to destroy my Lord Situ's shop? Bastard, did you do it? These are the other 2 flag masters who manage the store. Well, let's teach them a lesson.